test. Can you increase the volume? Okay, check. थोड़े से. Good morning, everyone. Very good morning to all of you. On behalf of Mahatma Phule Backward Class Development Corporation, that is MPBCDC, I'm your host Mayuri Malankar, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to SSC MOU signing event. Let's begin this event with a huge round of applause, everybody. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Talking about the objective of this MOU is to establish a framework for collaboration and partnership between MPBCDC and PIA for the implementation of the Skill Development Training Program under various schemes of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India and Skill, Employment Entrepreneurship and Innovation Department, Maharashtra State Board of Skill. Vocation, education and training of the Government of Maharashtra, including the Navyug scheme, the facilitate the integration of the beneficiaries into project implemented by Mahatma Phule Renewable Energy and Infrastructure Technology Limited, that is MPBCDC, and other CSR activities. MPBCDC and PIA agreed to collaborate on the design, development and implementation of skill development training program tailored to the requirement of Pradhan Mantri Anusuchit Jati Abhyuday Yojana, that is PM-AJAY scheme, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India and Skill Employment Entrepreneurship, Innovation Department, Maharashtra State Board of Skill, Vocational Education and Training of the Government of Maharashtra, Navyug scheme and other project implemented by MPBCDC. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are honored to have dignitaries present for this event. Our Honorable Secretary Shri Sumant Bhange sir is with us. He has joined us live.
We have with us Honorable Secretary Department of Social Justice, Sumant Bhange sir. So let me just tell a few words about him. He is the most inspiring and motivating person in terms of development for this social justice and Ministry of Social Justice, and he is always so much proactive to have that kind of inclusive approach so that we can take these leading steps. So the inspiration behind all these MOUs is Secretary Sumant Bhange sir, and actually he has requested, because he has some other meetings and he is having charge of more than 5 ministries. So he has requested that he will just come guide us, and then he has to go for another meeting with Chief Secretary Saab. So I request respected Honorable Sumant Bhange sir to guide us on this occasion. Sir, please. Sir, आवाज येतोय? Sir, आवाज येतोय का?
May I request sir to please unmute yourself?
सर, तुमचा आवाज म्यूट आहे बहुतेक. तुमच्या इथून अनम्यूट करा सर. सर, आवाज येतोय? सर, आवाज येतोय?
येतो का आवाज आता?
हा, आवाज येतोय सर. यस यस सर.
हाँ.
Sir, I request you to give us words of guidance and tell us that how we have to move forward, because you are the inspiration behind all these MOUs and the steps which we are taking for development of this corporation. Sir.
So, good morning to all. My name is Sumant Bhange. I am Secretary Social Justice and Special Assistance Department, Government of Maharashtra. On behalf of State Government and on behalf of my Chief Minister, Honorable Eknath Ji Shinde sir, I welcome all of you. As you know, Social Justice Department is working for the welfare of scheduled caste people of the states, especially rural and urban areas. This department is set up in 1932, about 95 years. This department is working continuously for the welfare of scheduled caste community. Government of India and state government, we are implementing about 55 to 60 schemes for the welfare of the students as well as citizens and farmers of this community. To brief in short, we have 4 or 5 corporations. That one of the corporation is Mahatma Phule Vikas Mahamandal. We have subsidiary company named MAHAPREIT, and MAHAPREIT is working in the field of agriculture processing, then solar energy, green energy, plastic credit, carbon credit, and urban and rural housing sector. Especially we are working for the development of Science and Technology Park at Kalyan and cluster development of some 3 slums, government declared slums at Thane Municipal Corporation. We are having 16,000 beneficiaries. We have to rehabilitate them and undertake the cluster development of the large slum that is under the municipal corporation of Thane. So that MOU with corporation of Thane, then government of Maharashtra and state government cabinet has given approval, and that project is being launched shortly by our corporation. So I welcome all delegates for this MOU. Our managing director Dr. Amol Shinde had an opportunity to visit Davos with Honorable Chief Minister, and we have about 75,000 crores MOUs at Davos. Then he last week visited Goa also. Then Nagpur with Honorable Nitinji Gadkari, urban our transport minister, Government of India. They have entered in agreement with the Science and Technology Park, Pune. So it is a greater opportunity to work together, and with the help of MAHAPREIT and Mahatma Phule Vikas Mandal, we can definitely work for the welfare of the scheduled caste community. So this MAHAPREIT subsidiary company is having government subsidiary company, and state government is supporting each and every activity and endeavor of the company. So I extend my warm wishes and best wishes for your this program, and I also extend my greetings to all of you, especially Dr. Amol Shinde, Managing Director, then our team of MAHAPREIT, and I wish every success for your upcoming programs.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the lamp lighting ceremony, and for the same, I will request Shri Amol Shinde, Shri Prashant Gedam, Shri Dinesh Digle, and Shri Devkate sir to please come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, a lamp is a symbol of health, wealth, prosperity, happiness. Before every auspicious, before every important occasion in our Hindu Sanskriti, we light a lamp with a hope Thank you so much. Now, we are honored to have the dignitaries present here for this event, and we would like to welcome them with a lovely bouquet of flowers. May I please request the secretary, sorry, my mistake, the GM of MPBCDC, Mr. Prashant Gedam, to kindly felicitate MPBCDC Managing Director, Shri Amol Shinde. May I request Mr. Devkante sir to kindly felicitate Mr. Dingle, Director of MAHAPREIT. I'll welcome all the dignitaries once again for joining us here. And moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have the MAHA-AJAY presentation. And for the same, I'd like to request Mr. Gedam to join us on stage.
डॉक्टर शिंदे साहेब,
सर
मला दुसरी मीटिंग आहे, त्यामुळे मी आपली सर्वांची रजा घेतो आणि आपला शुभेच्छा देतो. धन्यवाद.
सर थँक्यू सर. मी अपडेट करतो तुम्हाला. थँक्यू सर.
Good morning, everybody. Myself, Prashant Gedam, Mahatma Phule Backward Class Development Corporation General Managers. I welcome all of you, and I really appreciate you. In a very short notice, you all people are here. I really appreciate. Please, one round applause for yourself. मैं ये स्कीम के बारे में थोड़ा सा आपको पहले बताना चाहता हूँ. महात्मा फुले बैकवर्ड क्लास डेवलपमेंट कॉरपोरेशन जो है ये 1978 में बनाया गया था. अर्लियर कॉरपोरेशंस का जो काम था वो जितने भी मार्जिनल कम्युनिटीज़ है, शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब, ओबीसी, विजेंटीज एंड एवरीबडी, तो उन सभी लोगों के फाइनेंशियल, सोशल, एजुकेशनल और कल्चरल डेवलपमेंट के लिए एक मोटो बनाया था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने, जिसके माध्यम से सभी लोगों को इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आपको देती है. इस माध्यम से सोशल जस्टिस गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने एक शेड्यूल कास्ट डेवलपमेंट कॉरपोरेशन का एक स्कीम शुरू किया था जो 1978 में शुरू किया था, जो सारे स्टेट के अंदर में एग्जीक्यूट किया. उसी माध्यम से MPBCDC जो है ये सोशल जस्टिस गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के माध्यम से ये एक कंपनी एक्ट के अंदर में रजिस्टर्ड हुआ. ये रजिस्टर्ड हुआ तो उसमें 49% का जो शेयर कंट्रीब्यूशन था ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का था, और 51% का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र का था. तो एक तरीके से ये देखा जाए तो ये कॉरपोरेशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र दोनों के लिए काम करती है. ये कॉरपोरेशन की खासियत ये है कि ये कॉरपोरेशन नॉट ओनली शेड्यूल कास्ट के समाज कल्याण के जो डिपार्टमेंट है वहाँ तक काम करती है, इसके अलावा जितनी भी मिनिस्ट्री है वो सारे मिनिस्ट्री के साथ में कोलैबोरेशन करके, सिनर्जी करके हम लोग अलग अलग एक्टिविटीज़ का काम कर सकते हैं. अभी PM-AJAY करके जो नया स्कीम आया हुआ है जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने लॉन्च किया है, 2022 से ये स्कीम चल रहा है महाराष्ट्र में. उसका काफ़ी अच्छा रिजल्ट आ रहा है. बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उसको प्रेजेंट किया गया। इसमें 3 कंपोनेंट बेसिकली दिया गया है। एक कंपोनेंट है जिसे हम लोग स्किल डेवलपमेंट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम बोलते हैं। सेकंड कंपोनेंट है जो इनकम जनरेशन एक्टिविटीज़ पे काम करता है, एंड थर्ड कंपोनेंट है जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए काम करता है। तो हमको सोशल ग्रोथ करने के लिए ये बहुत अच्छा मॉडल बनाया है। तो जितने भी ऑल इंडिया के सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल्स है, 37 आई थिंक सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल्स आर देयर, जो हर एक सेक्टर्स के अंदर में अलग अलग तरीके से एक्सपर्टाइज है। तो उस एक्टिविटी के अंदर में हम लोग अलग अलग प्रकार का स्किलिंग के लिए काम करना चाहते हैं। तो ये जो प्रोग्राम रखा गया है ये एक इंट्रोडक्टरी प्रोग्राम है, जिससे हम लोग सेक्टर स्किल काउंसिल्स क्या क्या है उसके बारे में जान ले, और MPBCDC का जो एक्शन प्लान है भविष्य में हम लोग आपको दिखा सकें। MPBCDC का जो बेसिक ऑब्जेक्टिव्स है, जैसे मैंने बताया है कि ये ऑलरेडी अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए काम करता है, सोशियो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट के लिए काम करता है। स्पेशली जो शेड्यूल कास्ट के लोग हैं वो मैक्सिमम अभी भी रूरल एरियाज़ में ज़्यादा करके रहते हैं। अभी बहुत ज़्यादा परसेंट में माइग्रेशंस नहीं हुआ है। तो हम लोग चाहते हैं कि जो भी कॉरपोरेशन के स्कीम्स है वो स्कीम्स को हम लोग आपके माध्यम से स्किलिंग प्रॉपरली करें, और स्किलिंग करा कि उनको जॉब उपलब्ध करा दें। तो हम लोग सिंक्रोनाइजिंग करने की इसमें काफ़ी प्रोत्साहन रखते हैं। MPBCDC के अलग अलग स्कीम हैं, जैसे सब्सिडी स्कीम है, मार्जिन मनी की स्कीम है जो बैंकों के साथ में हम लोग ये करते हैं। हमने एक डायरेक्ट स्कीम भी लॉन्च की है जो डायरेक्टली हम लोग किसी भी बैंक के पास में जाने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, बेनिफिशियरी डायरेक्टली ऑनलाइन पोर्टल पे एप्लीकेशन करके वो स्कीम्स का बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं। इसके अलावा नेशनल शेड्यूल कास्ट एंड फाइनेंस डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का जो कॉर्पोरेशन है उसकी हम लोग चैनलाइजिंग एजेंसी है। तो जितनी भी अलग अलग प्रकार की योजनाएं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया शेड्यूल कास्ट के लिए चलाती है वो इस कॉर्पोरेशन के माध्यम से सारी जनता तक पहुँचती है। दूसरा एक बहुत बड़ा ऑब्जेक्टिव है जो सफाई कर्मचारी की बात करते हैं। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भारत में स्वच्छता मिशन लागू किया है। स्वच्छता मिशन के माध्यम से लास्ट 5 साल से काफ़ी लोगों में अवेयरनेस क्रिएट हुई है, और इसी के साथ में एक MS एक्ट जो किया गया है, मैन्युअल स्कैवेंजिंग एक्ट, वो मैन्युअल स्कैवेंजिंग एक्ट का भी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जो है वो कुछ पार्टीशंस जो है सोशल जस्टिस जो ये करता है। इसके लिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने नेशनल सफाई कर्मचारी एंड फाइनेंस डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन ये किया है, जिसमें हम लोग सफाई कर्मचारी को अलग अलग प्रकार की टूल किट्स है, उनको मैन होल्ड टू मशीन होल्ड में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए देते हैं, उनके सेफ्टी मेजर्स के लिए काम करते हैं, उनका अवेयरनेस के लिए काम करते हैं, क्लीनिंग एंड हाइजीन में क्या डिफरेंस है उसके बारे में हम लोग उसको अवेयर करते हैं, जिससे उनके हेल्थ और बाकी एक्टिविटीज़ में वो लोग काफ़ी प्रोग्रेस कर पाए। महात्मा फुले बैकवर्ड क्लास डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन ने हाल ही में ही एक 2021 में एक कंपनी रजिस्ट्रेशन की थी, दैट इज कॉल्ड MAHAPREIT, दैट इज महात्मा फुले रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर टेक्नोलॉजी। हमने ये कंपनी बनाने के पीछे बहुत बड़ा एक ऑब्जेक्टिव था। वी ऑल अवेयर कि कोविड हमको सब बहुत बड़ा एक सेटबैक मिला था। तो कोविड में जो भी हमको समय मिला था उस समय में हमने ये कंपनी का इसमें हमने काम करना शुरू किया। इसमें विपिन शिमाड़ी सर ने बहुत ज़्यादा योगदान दिया है। मैं स्पेशली इस प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से उनको धन्यवाद भी देना चाहता हूँ। इस कंपनी का बनाने के पीछे मोटिव ये था कि पहले जो भी हम लोग स्कीम चलाते थे वो स्कीम की एक्टिविटी होती थी कि पैसा बेनिफिशियरी को देना और उसको उसके बाद में उसको अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए प्लान करना, लेकिन ये पैसा बहुत छोटा होता था। इट इज़ नॉट मोर दैन 10 लाख रुपीज़। बहुत कम लोगों को 35 लाख का फाइनेंस मिलता था। तो हमने अलग अलग एक्टिविटीज़ में इसमें कॉर्पोरेट के साथ में हमने जोड़ने की कोशिश की। तो यहाँ पे हमने 10 अलग अलग प्रकार के वर्टिकल्स ये क्रिएट किए हैं, जो कंपनी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र ने ऑलरेडी अप्रूवल दिया है। महात्मा फुले मागास वर्ग विकास महामंडल के जो महाप्रीत है उसमें बेसिकली हम लोग रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी एंड सोलर पावर के लिए हम काम करते हैं। एनर्जी सेविंग स्कीम्स है, ULB के साथ में हमारे मैक्सिमम MOUs हो चुके हैं। एग्रो प्रोसेस वैल्यू चेन एंड बायोफ्यूल, ये बहुत बड़ा एक सेक्टर है जहाँ पे हम लोग काफ़ी काम कर सकते हैं। अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग में हम लोग बहुत सारा काम कर सकते हैं। एनवायरनमेंट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज अभी सारी दुनिया में सब उसी के पीछे ही पड़े हैं। मीडिया मैनेजमेंट एंड सोशल मीडिया नरेशंस है और न्यू इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज है। तो ऐसे बहुत सारे एक्टिविटीज़ में हम लोग काम करते हैं। हाल ही में नियर बाई हमने 150 अलग अलग प्रकार के MOU साइन किए हैं, जो प्राइवेट पार्टनर के साथ में किए हैं, गवर्नमेंट पार्टनर के साथ में किए हैं। इसके अलावा भी हमने फॉरेन पार्टनर के साथ में भी किए हैं। 22 अगस्त 2022 में हमने एक अलग से ग्रीन फंड मीट लिया था, जिसमें गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पावर फाइनेंस कंपनीज और अदर कंपनीज आई थी। उन्होंने हमारे साथ में करीब 25,000 करोड़ का हमारा एक MOU हुआ है, जो रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के अंदर में बहुत बड़ा काम करता है। इन द स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र वी आर फर्स्ट कंपनी जिन्होंने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के फेम 2 के अंदर में वी आर क्वालिफाई फॉर द मुंबई टू नागपुर जो कॉरिडोर बना था, उसमें हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिक चार्जिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए हम लोग काम कर रहे थे। तो हमारा ये बेसिक ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है, इसमें इतने सारे जितने भी एक्टिविटीज़ है, ये सारे एक्टिविटीज़ के अंदर में जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बहुत सारी आ सकती है। तो ये सारे जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ के लिए हमको शेड्यूल कास्ट के जितने भी बेनिफिशियरीज हैं उनको हम लोग वहाँ पे उनको फिट करना है। तो ये करने के लिए हमको उनको प्रॉपरली स्किल कराना बहुत ज़रूरी है। अगर हम उसको प्रॉपरली स्किल करा पाएंगे तभी वो उसको अच्छी तरीके से एग्जीक्यूट कर पाएंगे। सो दीज आर द मेजर इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द महाप्रीत एंड MPBCDC। मैं अभी हमारे इसमें एक दूसरी भी कंपनी है, दैट इज़ हमने एक स्पेशली शुरू किया था, दैट इज़ द महाप्रीत स्टार्टअप नॉलेज सेंटर। महाप्रीत स्टार्टअप नॉलेज सेंटर का बेसिक ऑब्जेक्टिव ये था कि ये स्किलिंग के लिए काम करे और साथ ही साथ में ये CSR के लिए भी काम करे। पहला हमारा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव था वो डिजिटल यूनिवर्सिटी था। अगर हम लोग देखते हैं कि हमको एजुकेशन राइट्स मिला है, आर यू एग्री विद मी? एजुकेशन राइट्स मिला है। क्या मुझे बता सकते हैं कि एक आर्ट्स का बंदा इंजीनियरिंग का एक साथ पढ़ सकता है, या कॉमर्स का बंदा एक साथ पढ़ सकता है? नहीं पढ़ सकता है। लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की जो पॉलिसी आई हुई है, उस पॉलिसी के तहत ये हो सकता है। तो इसका एक छोटा सा पहल हमने शुरुआत किया था, जिसके माध्यम से हमने डिजिटल यूनिवर्सिटी का एक प्रोसेस किया था। यही जो पोर्टल है, ये हम लोग इसमें स्किलिंग के लिए भी प्लान कर रहे हैं। और इसके तहत हम लोग अभी नागपुर में सॉफ्टवेयर टेक्नोलॉजी पार्क के साथ में हमने एक MOU किया था, जिसमें हमने स्टार्टअप्स के लिए काफ़ी फाइनलाइज किया था, यानी काफ़ी हमने किया था। मैं अभी जो हम लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं, दैट इज़ महाप्रीत स्टार्टअप नॉलेज सेंटर, जो अभी अपन ने कम्युनिकेट किया। अभी हम लोग जो प्रोग्राम का प्लान कर रहे हैं, दैट इज़ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट ग्रोथ एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट। तो ये प्रोग्राम का डिटेलिंग्स ये स्टार्टअप्स को लेके है। इसके लिए मैं ऋषिकेश जी को यहाँ पे इनवाइट करता हूँ कि इसके बारे में ज़्यादा और इन्फॉर्मेशन। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Geram sir. I think we are all from the skills, so fraternity. So if I have to tell you about what exactly is AJAY, I have to go, I think, 6 months back. The Honorable CM of Maharashtra, Eknathji Shinde, wanted to start a program where across these programs, the theme was how we can take the benefits of development to the last mile. So there are various initiatives started under that program. Shasan Apल्या Dari is one of the flagship initiative of the state. And while we were thinking about it, we thought what kind of themes which we can think on same line. So there are a lot of skilling programs happen, but how we can take the skilling program and make them more inclusive kind of a thing. And that's where the genesis of AJAY happened. And we said not only employment, but the focus of skilling also has to be on entrepreneurship development. And that's what the AJAY word got coined, entrepreneurship, Maharashtra entrepreneurship development and growth in employment. That's what AJAY stands for. So what we are going to do here in next 3 years horizon, we have planned to train almost 2 lakhs beneficiaries from the target communities, of course, because MPBCDC and MAHAPREIT works for these target communities. And then we will take benefit of various central government schemes such as PM-AJAY program, under which we are starting this first phase today. And the focus of these programs would be in the 3 years. We will make sure that we create infrastructure for skilling. We will train these candidates, beneficiaries on both employability skills as well as entrepreneurship development skills. We would like to collaborate, because see, when I learned a wonderful lesson in my life that if you have to solve the big problems, either you have to break them into pieces, or if problem is big, at least collaborate so that that problem becomes small, right? And that's exactly what we have decided to do. We said, okay, 2 lakhs, training these 2 lakhs youth for MPBCDC or MAHAPREIT would be a daunting task. And that's where we reached out to you to collaborate with you for this initiative. So there are, in the phase 1, there are these target segments which we have identified. Now, we have done the internal study that, okay, what all job requirements are in demand and what is the aspiration of target community. So we have looked at both demand and supply side, and based on this, The phase 1 has identified these 9 sectors, which include BFSI, retail, media and entertainment, logistics, domestics, electronics, IT and ITS, beauty and wellness, and healthcare. Now, there is a lot of steady wind behind choosing these sectors because the aspiration of the beneficiaries, the male-female ratio, their current educational demographics, the urban-rural demographics, the demand of the available job roles in this. This is what we have identified for focus areas for phase 1, but in the phase 2 and phase 3 will going to increase the scope, and our wish is to work with all 30 sector skill council during this program. So one of the important focus is definitely employment, because until and unless they say that okay, proof of pudding is eating only. Until and unless you give the employment, no skilling program will be sufficient. So we have decided to create an employment of almost 150,000 youth out of this employability training program, skilling program. There are 33 skilling councils which will work with 1.5 lakh beneficiaries, and initially we'll begin with 10 industries because we wanted to learn okay with these 10 industries, and that is one of the reason to understand these industries we have asked some of you if you can give the presentation. So we are all here to learn and then collaborate with you. The second important aspect of this program is entrepreneurship. It is, if you support a startup, the startup will grow the employment multifold. So with that vision, we decided that out of these 2 lakh, 50,000 of these beneficiaries will train from entrepreneurship. Now entrepreneurship these days translate into fancy startups, but what we expect these beneficiaries to do is stand on their feet, do the self-employment initiatives, create an income for them and their families, and some of them who had a wonderful business ideas, we will incubate them. So the plan is, out of these 50,000 beneficiaries which we will train, we'll assign them 500 mentors. Right? There are mentors from different mentors network we have identified, and we will, at the outcome of this program, we wanted to pick up 100 startups in the state which will be coming out of this program. So that's the aim of this entrepreneurship program, and for the reason we have today, we had the MOU with STPI last week at Nagpur. We are today having a MOU with Science and Technology Park. The intention is not only train these beneficiaries, but support them in their journey from idea to venture. So that if they have an idea, all that they required is come up with an idea, and the financial support, the business know-how, the incubation center, all this facility the state will provide to them. And ultimately, we wanted to create a livelihood out of these skilling as well as the employability training program. Ultimately, we want these beneficiary families to develop, prosper, and then create the chain of social impact which we wanted to bring out of this program. So in terms of phases, if I tell you, this program will be conducted in 3 phases. The first phases, we have identified 10 sectors. Total beneficiaries we are targeting out of this 2 program is 20,000. Phase 2, which will start from, again, I think the timeline, if I have to help you, the phase 2 will start from after the phase 1, which is the June to next March, and phase 3 is the March to 2025 to March 2026. So in these 3 phases, we will cover the total beneficiaries of 2 lakhs. So initial phase of 4 months, our target is to cover this 20,000 beneficiaries. So with that, I would look forward to collaborate with all of you, and we'll have a definitely, this is a starting point. The journey is long, and as they say, it's not the destination, but the journey itself matters. So we are resuming this journey with you, and we all from MPBCDC, MAHAPREIT, as well as Maharashtra government look forward for your help and cooperation during this journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rishikesh sir. Thank you, Gedam sir, for the insightful presentation. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to show you a small AV of MAHAPREIT. So can we have the AV, please?
सम्यक समाज निर्माण देश की प्रगति का मूल आधार है। समाज में उपलब्ध सभी प्रकार के घटकों का योगदान एक आदर्श समाज निर्माण के लिए अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण होता है। उसमें शैक्षणिक, सांस्कृतिक, वैचारिक व आर्थिक स्तर पर सम्यक रूप से साधने पर देश की प्रगति का मार्ग प्रशस्त होता है। अपने देश के विकास के परिणाम पर विचार करने से पता चलता है कि सम्यक समाज पूर्णतः विकसित नहीं हो पाया है। ये देखने में आया है कि स्वतंत्रता प्राप्ति के पश्चात बहुत समय होने के बाद भी अनुसूचित जाति एवं अनुसूचित जनजाति के बंधुगण पूर्णतः विकास नहीं कर पाए हैं। सालों तक अनेक बंधन में जकड़े हुए इस समाज की उन्नति नहीं हो पाई है। समाज की उन्नति के लिए महाराष्ट्र शासन के सामाजिक न्याय एवं विशेष सहायक विभाग ने बड़ी सोच के साथ विकास का यह कदम उठाया है। व्यवसाय, उद्योग क्षेत्र, विविध कंपनियां, शासकीय, अशासकीय, अन्य संस्थाएं इनकी आय में से जमा पूंजी का एक अंश यानी CSR फंड का उपयोग अनुसूचित जाति और अनुसूचित जनजाति के विकास के लिए किया जाए, ये निर्णय महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने लिया है, जो कि सही है। लेकिन सामाजिक न्याय एवं विशेष सहायक विभाग के अंतर्गत कार्य करने वाले महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल की स्थापना का उद्देश्य आज तक सुविधा से वंचित है। यह संस्था अनुसूचित जाति और अनुसूचित जनजाति के लोगों के उत्थान के लिए है। इस महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल ने अपने उद्देश्य के अनुरूप इन विभिन्न घटकों के विकास के लिए कई योजनाएं बनाई हैं। इन योजनाओं का लाभ वंचित, शोषित घटकों तक पहुँचे यह प्रयास महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल सामाजिक न्याय व विशेष सहायक विभाग के अंतर्गत कर रहा है। सामाजिक दायित्व, CSR फंड, व्यवसाय, उद्योग धंधे से प्राप्त होने वाली रकम महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल के पास जमा होती है। महाराष्ट्र के भूमि पर काम करने वाली विविध कंपनियों से जो फंड तैयार होता है, उस फंड का उपयोग अनुसूचित जाति एवं अनुसूचित जनजातियों के विकास में खर्च करने का बीड़ा महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने उठाया है। इस दृष्टि से राज्य के सामाजिक न्याय व विशेष सहायक विभाग और आदिवासी विकास विभाग मिलकर इस कार्य को गति दे रहे हैं। इस कार्य को पूर्ण करने हेतु महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल को नोडल एजेंसी बनकर काम करना होगा। शिक्षा का पूर्णतः उपयोग न होने से, रोजगार की कमी से आर्थिक स्थिरता अभी समाज में नहीं बनी है। आर्थिक स्थिरता न होने से अनुसूचित जाति व अनुसूचित जनजातियों का पूर्णतः विकास नहीं हो पाया है। इनके लिए शैक्षणिक विकास और इस विकास के लिए विभिन्न प्रयत्न करना जरूरी है और इनके जीवन में स्थिरता आए, रोजगार के अच्छे अवसर मिले। इसलिए इनके संपूर्ण विकास के लिए महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल एक नोडल एजेंसी बनकर कार्य करे, यही मूल उद्देश्य है। इसमें अनुसूचित जाति और अनुसूचित जनजाति के बंधुओं के लिए शिक्षा, नौकरी, महिला एवं बाल विकास आदि मुद्दों को विशेष तौर पर समाहित किया गया है। शिक्षा से स्वावलंबन प्राप्त होता है, वैचारिक बैठक आत्मविश्वास बढ़ाती है, व्यक्ति का विकास होता है। अतः अनुसूचित जाति और अनुसूचित जनजाति को उत्तम शिक्षा ग्रहण करके अपने आप को सिद्ध करना चाहिए। यह विचार शासन द्वारा रखा गया है और इसकी पूर्व जवाबदारी महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल ने ले ली है। समाज के ये घटक शिक्षा, नौकरी में आगे बढ़े, स्वावलंबन को बल मिले व महिलाओं का सशक्तिकरण हो, इसके लिए बहुत ईमानदारी से प्रयत्न करना चाहिए। अगर हमारे प्रयास सफल होते हैं, समाज के प्रवाह से वंचित लोगों का उत्थान सुगम होगा। महाराष्ट्र शासन ने महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल के माध्यम से इनके विकास का बीड़ा उठाया है। समाज की ओर से आने वाला पैसा समाज पर ही खर्च करने की दूरदृष्टि महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने दिखाई है। महात्मा फुले विकास महामंडल के माध्यम से इस नवीन उपक्रम की हर प्रकार से पूर्ति करने वाला है। इस दृष्टि से सम्यक समाज की कल्पना साकार होगी तथा महाराष्ट्र का विकास होगा।
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the presentations by the sector skill councils. We would like to begin with the logistics skill council. May I request the representatives to please join us?
Top shape.
Good morning, all of you. It's really thankful that we have been called to such a esteemed gathering. I am Seema Bhaskar, representing Logistics Sector Skill Council, and will take you through a little bit about logistics, as everybody is aware of what is logistics. So just a little brief. We are basically cut across all industries, and हम लोग कोई भी चाहे लैंड हो, रेल हो, आपका सी हो, या waterways, या आपका एयर, we are there in each and every segment for warehousing, transportation, cold chain, rail logistics, liquid gas logistics, everything. So I mean to say we are there for each and every industry. So we are doing a lot of things, in fact, and to a little bit, you know what is logistics, policy, regulatory body. So I will not take you through all these things. I'll just take you what exactly we are doing. Basically, we have done a lot of skill inventory, and we are ensuring that all the NSQF qualifications are met and understand. All our quality team is ensuring that standardization is met, and we are getting all QPs approved by the NCEVT. So हमारे जितने भी courses हैं, I am giving English, Hindi both, or if you want me to be in English or Hindi, whatever, I am comfortable in both. Any? Huh? Okay, fine. I am giving in a mix. So it's okay. So basically हमारे जितने भी QPs हैं all NOS को follow करते हैं, और हम लोग as per requirement हम लोग we are training the trainers as per the government requirement, and furthermore they are further training the candidates. So we have short-term training assessment, standards, then apprenticeship. आपको पता है, a lot of industries are now going for apprenticeship, so we are providing that. We are also doing academia and school, ITI, graduations, diplomas and degrees, and even the postgraduate programs. In our company, we have actually assigned a task force who are checking what is the gap, what is the requirement of the current industries, and accordingly after the study we have and generating the courses, and then giving the robust and formalizing the workforce accordingly, so that upskilling and reskilling can be done. We have basically coordinated with a lot of industry partners to understand what are the current requirements and the future skill needs. We have actually developed our courses on the basis of the requirements up to let's say 2030. We are also involved in the school training, so that children should know what is logistics, क्या है logistics, supply chain क्या है. So we are still there, as well as we are doing certified logistics professional courses. एक हमारा बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोग्राम है जो ड्राइवर एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड एम्पावरमेंट प्रोग्राम, जैसे आपने बोला वी आर डूइंग एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, जैसे आप लोग कह रहे थे कि वी आर रियली फोकस्ड टुवर्ड्स ड्राइवर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. दे कैन बाय देयर ओन व्हीकल एंड देन डू, एंड ऑल्सो देर आर मेनी अदर थिंग्स दे कैन डू विद एज पर द एम्पावरमेंट प्रोग्राम. as mentioned, school education में there are logistics literacy program is being run, and especially in Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu we are there, and we are actually ensuring that children should know what is logistics so that they can further move on to these sectors. Then technical educations may we are doing AICTE has approved a 3-year program in polytechnic colleges, and it is designed to create skilled logistics technical resources. Our specialization model approved for BE and BTech students with 6 months of apprenticeship focused on creating higher level technical skills and logistics automation. There are data science and logistics and supply chain. We have also approval to run a logistics module in 7th semester followed by apprenticeship in 6 engineering programs. We have launched online BBA logistics program along with Sastra University, Tamil Nadu. We have also launched logistics literacy programs in schools in class 9th and 11th. We have added logistics domain subjects for both the 10th and 12th class exams of National Institute of Open Schools. We have also created pathways for logistics learning, that is Learn and Earn, and internship with Learn and Earn options for students with industry partnership. This is a very prestigious one where we would like to share that we have just launched our first undergrad degree in Civil Aviation and Air Cargo Operations in RG NAU and AU MAT UP under Ministry of Civil Aviation. We are also coordinating partnership with international universities. There are a few: Aston Universities UK, Plymouth University UK, Anglia Ruskin University UK, University of Lincoln UK, and Bartley University USA. We are in the stages of discussion with GCC countries for conducting exchange program in skilling between the countries. Also, we have signed some MOUs as well. So there are some, since we are partnership with a lot of international reach, so there are some job roles which are basically important where the students can study and can go for their global employment. So some few are vehicle driver, hazardous cargo, courier associate, goods packaging, exim, supply chain executive, transport consolidator. So there are many where we are training them as per the global standards, and they can get jobs. In fact, we are supporting them to get their jobs in the industries where situated abroad. We are also, this scheme, we are involved with these schemes, PM-KVY, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, various other central government schemes, state-led skilling schemes, industry-led skilling programs, CSR funded programs on skilling, and self-financed programs on upskilling by logisticians. That's it. Any questions?
Yeah, I have few questions for you.
Yeah.
It's not questions, but a kind of, see, as Mahatma Phule Vikas Mahamandal, we have a very specific target. And that target is to add the values in terms of employability, in terms of skills, in terms of long-term transformation of a specific class. What I expected from presentations from all of you is that what quantifiable outcome that you can give. What I felt there is a lot of gap in terms of data, in terms of transformation which you have done in the real this thing. I wanted you to come up with some case studies, deliverables, because here in this case we are completely, I appreciate that you are doing a very good job, and the sectors which you are touching is out of box sectors, no doubt about it. It will really add the value. But as we are going for a collaboration in this, what I expect is that what would be the path ahead? What kind of quantifiable changes we are going to do to the specific sectors, and what is your present study See, if we look at Mumbai or Thane or all those cosmopolitan cities in and around, there is lot of need for logistic development. If you go for Swiggy, Zomato, and lot of things are coming up. In this, the specific community which we are talking is highly involved. So what kind of transformation can we do to them so that in the coming years we can have that kind of quantifiable outcome? That's what I expected from
Okay,
this.
well, this was not told to us, but anyway,
Yeah.
I will just brief a little bit. We are basically in Mumbai region, if I mentioned about it. So there are a lot of small, like small programs where we can train them, fresher we can train them, even a little bit who already is working, we can upscale them and we can place them in a logistics company, maybe in any industry. I think I saw Tech Mahindra was there. So there are, Mahindra itself is a big organization in Mumbai, then Blue Dart, Gati, All Cargo, there are many and we are already coordinating with them. They can be placed. In fact, I will not name the company, they have come up with some requirement. They want basically entrepreneur, they want to make entrepreneur. I still don't have the manpower, I'm looking for the workforce. They want that they will arrange the vehicle for by themselves and then accordingly the delivery, first mile delivery or the last mile delivery. So that is can be arranged and it's a short term process which can be basically a brief what is required and an on job training, and then of course the person can become an entrepreneur.
Apart from that, what I expect is that, see, there are a lot of central and state schemes in which really help a people. Like for example, Swanidhi scheme, in which one can start his own employment. Apart from that, there are PM-AJY or CMEGP kind of schemes. So when you are training them for logistic values or skills, you should also have one component which will help them to explore these schemes, apply for these schemes and start their own entrepreneurship development, right? Logistic is all about it's a combination, it's a connecting kind of this thing.
Multi-model and everything.
One example I can share with you, which you can also include, is about farmer producer organizations. See, we have more than 5,000 farmer producer companies in Maharashtra itself. It's the highest in India. But what they lack is that they produce, but they cannot reach out to the market.
Yeah.
So here, your logistic this thing can come up, because if you can train that kind of farmer producer companies through us, it will be more helpful.
Point taken. I will just incorporate something and we'll work it out and give you some good subject
Means my suggestion is not just to have a kind of logistic input, but to build a complete value chain in and
End to
around.
end,
So that
yes.
that way, that entrepreneurship development will. Is it correct?
I think,
Right.
Sure.
yeah, what sir is referring is not thinking just about the training, but thinking about how we can collaborate with the different schemes available, so that it's just not restricted to just a training program.
Yeah, understood.
Plus, thinking in the line that not only employment but entrepreneurship, how we can inculcate. And same time, there are certain farmer produce organization if we can do rescaling of that. So that
Yeah,
these are-
definitely. It should be actually, training is a basis of some progress. He or she needs to earn also. So that end-to-end program is required with, of course, with the whatever schemes available, we'll work it out and give you
The point is to put the ecosystem around that particular fellow.
Yeah.
Training, so that he can choose out of whatever is in the surrounding. That's the main.
Sure. Definitely, we'll give you something and then accordingly we'll discuss whoever you say so, we'll discuss and make some solution. Okay?
Nice presentation.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the insightful presentation. Next, I would like to invite the representative from beauty and wellness sector.
Very good afternoon. Thank you for calling us here today. My name is Monica Behel. I'm the CEO of Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council, and I have my colleague Swarleen here who handles the projects, special projects as well as industry affiliated programs. Sir, this brief was missing, so we do have what you've asked for. impactful studies also. The presentation which has been shared has just been an introduction to the sector, but I have other things also available with us. Yeah, so we can maybe just, can we shift our laptop also maybe after this? I'll just quickly give a brief of the sector and then पेन ड्राइव तो नहीं होगी, लैपटॉप अभी तो पहले आप इसको चला दीजिए, हाँ, एंड देन वी कैन कनेक्ट दैट. हाँ, इन द मीन टाइम आप उसको. A very good afternoon to all, and thank you for inviting Beauty and Wellness sector. Our sector is very, I would say, aligned to the thought process as was mentioned just before we started the sector skill presentation, because the mission of our sector is to enable the youth and women of our country to earn a respectable livelihood and to become a part and parcel of the gig economy, as ours is a very unorganized sector and is available in every nook and corner of the country. Whether you look at a rural setup or an urban setup, you will find either a salon or a barber shop, to the extent that this sector has been picked up even in PM Vishwakarma, where we are reaching out to the Vishwakarmas at the district level, at the ground level. The barbers and the hairdressers is a job role which has been picked up. And simultaneously, we've got wellness also with us. So under wellness, we've got yoga, we've got alternate therapy, we've got fitness, and we've got a complete holistic approach towards living a complete and holistic life, which is free from all, I would say, ailments, and a fulfilling life which gives you that happiness and peace. So it's a little cut off just from the skill part of it. We do work with hands, we do the skills, but we look at the holistic approach of living life also. So I'll quickly run through the presentation. BWSSC is an awarding body under NCVT. We are promoted by CII under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, just like all the other sector skill council. The basic aim is to focus on establishing an effective and efficient ecosystem for developing and imparting of skills, and skills which are relevant with the industry for today and for the coming tomorrow, as well as when we look at whether it's only holistically approved and established within the domain of the state or the country and international level as well. We till date have trained in the last 10 years, this is our 10th year running. In last 10 years, we've trained more than 11 lakh youth, and out of them, I will happily say that almost 45% of them have started something small of their own. So the threshold between job seeker to the job giver is the lowest in this sector, because once you're trained, what you just need is maybe a small room of 200 square feet and maybe capital to be spent about 1 lakh of rupees, with which you can set up a small salon at home. And now with platforms being available like Urban Company and Yes Madam, you don't even need to have a setup. You can be at-home service provider. So we do have schemes where we help them get a kit also under CSR funds, and this kit is on a returnable grant. They don't need to invest anything. The moment they get trained and they have an aptitude towards entrepreneurship, we link them to different CSR schemes, get them a kit, and they can pay just 1,000 rupees for 1 year as a return back, and that again, that amount goes in getting a kit for another beneficiary. So it's always a rotating money under that CSR. We've been working under various skilling and CSR projects, both at a state and central level. Plus we do central government, state government schemes. In Maharashtra only we've been doing PM Kuva scheme. We are doing Mahajyoti scheme also. Sankalp is one scheme which will be starting soon. We've got the targets already. And we do central government schemes under Ministry of Social Justice also. We are doing PM-AJAY, under which we are doing wellness therapist for elderly. That's under geriatric care. And this job role is primarily for taking care of the elderlies in our in the country, because the youngsters, as is known, and in fact my colleague also was sharing with logistics sector skill also, that they are tying up with international universities. The younger population is moving offshore because there's a requirement, we are the youngest nation and the skill capital. So what's happening is that parents are left behind. And specifically if you look at the IT and the medical professionals, almost 1/3 of the youngsters are abroad, so their parents are all here. So you need somebody to take care of them. And there are many funds and trusts, even Ratan Tata has opened up a trust where they're looking only after the old age people. And this job role is specifically giving them companions to look after. We've got 7 subsectors: beauty and salon, non-invasive cosmetology, alternate therapies and rejuvenation, wellness and weight management, yoga, fitness, and product and sales. We've been, at a glance, we've got 25 qualifications which are NSQF aligned. We've got our courses running in RMSA, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, as well as in CBSE schools. And it gives me a lot of pride to say that annually more than 1 lakh students only from government schools pass out doing our courses under school education. We've been a part and parcel of NEP 2020, in which we've started our courses with CBSE schools starting from 6th standard onwards. So 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, 10th onwards they start with the professional vocational education. We've got a complete network of trainers, assessors in the country. 70% of our pass outs get placement, and as I mentioned, out of them, then 45% have ended up being entrepreneurs. This is a small audio video. Will this work? This AV will work? I don't think. Fine. No. Okay, fine. I'll skip the AV. What makes us the promising sector, as was the question asked? We are the huge employment generator sector, and in fact, if you've seen some reports of past Diwali, this was one sector which had a double-digit growth of 21% in Diwali sales. In Diwali time period of 1.5 months, the sale of beauty products, the makeup products, that was to 21%, the highest out of FMCG and out of all the sectors. We've just conducted and finished a skill gap study by KPMG, which was done last year, 2023 till 2030. And as per the study, in India, we will need by 2024, 15.8 million trained people to suffice for our own requirement. And here I'm not talking of sending anyone offshore. And by 2027, we need 20.3 million. And the number keeps increasing till 2030. We will need 26.3 million trained beauty and wellness professionals. And 70% of them will be close to getting opportunities in kind of a proper job role. With the changing dynamics also, there's an increasing number of men who are willing to experiment with various products and services, and that concept of only beauty parlors moved on to unisex salons. So that's been a requirement which has been growing. There's been a lot of growth again due to disposable income being available within the families. Nuclear families with huge disposable income, and you want to spend on yourself. Plus, COVID and the after effect of COVID has taught us one thing, that it's very important to take care of you as a single unit, as an individual, to make sure that your body is ready to take care of any kind of infection if it comes, your immunity levels are high, plus you spend both in terms of time as well as money, effort on your own self. When we talk of employment opportunities, we've got opportunities in salons, spa, gyms, wellness center, dermatological centers, training institutes, entrepreneurship, as I already explained. There's a parallel mobility in media, hospitality, retail, aviation sectors, and international mobility is also there. The global beauty and wellness industry has been growing at a 17.6% CAGR. Whereas India, we've grown at 18.4 within the same time frame. The Indian beauty and wellness sector is poised to be at $2 2,40,000 crores by 2024. That's the size of the sector as of right now. And number of people required, I've already covered in that. Certain schemes that we are working under PM-KVY, we are doing short-term trainings, we are doing special project, we are doing SHI projects, we are doing Sankalp, RPL. Under fee-based schemes, we are working on CSR, paid RPL, paid courses. Special projects, we are doing Mission Shakti. This is a special project in the state of Odisha that we are doing, Rajasthan, NULM, MSSSDS, NDMC RPL, NSK FDC, NBC FDC, NSC FDC. These are the special projects. Some of them are under Ministry of Social Justice only. State schemes, we are doing Assam, Bihar, Punjab, Jharkhand, Himachal, UPSDM, Uttarakhand, Haryana. And under non-PM-KVY schemes, it's DDU, GKY, Saksham, schools, UGC. We were the first awarding body to be awarded the rights from NCVT. We've launched the Skill on Wheels project, both in UPSDM and even in Maharashtra we are doing this, to train in the rural districts. We've got 6 vocational courses which are being run in all the government schools, spanning to 30 states and union territories. Upskilling is available both in terms of e-learning modules as well as in terms of proper training. And we've got individual NOSes and micro-credentials also available for upskilling. We've got digital learning portal also, which was launched in 2020. Plus we are associated with 172 colleges and universities. Couple of them from Maharashtra, like Symbiosis Skill University, Symbiosis International Universities, Atlas University. So some of them which are offering BWalk in beauty and wellness, giving certificate, diploma, advanced diploma and BWalk degrees. Mission Shakti, we are training 15,000 beneficiaries under self-help group. This is a residential project. And after this, we'll be hand-holding them for setting up a small unit. As Prime Minister has also announced that these are our Lakpati Didis. So under the Lakpati Didis, these will be handheld and units are being started. Plus we've just come up with another qualification of soap maker, where they're using the ingredients from the local area, making it, and these are then getting linked to the e-marketplace where they're selling their products. We've under NDMC, which is a special project of New Delhi, we've skilled more than 2,000 beneficiaries for beauty therapists, hairdresser and stylists, and they've been certified also. PM Vishwakarma, our job role of barber is there and hairdresser. Under various PM Kuva scheme, which is a Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Pramod Mahajan, Kaushal Yuva scheme of Maharashtra state. There are 5 job roles, beauty therapist, 3 under beauty therapist and 2 under hairdressing. Plus in the new range, we've opted for pedicurist and manicurist and yoga also. And these are the districts of Maharashtra where our projects are currently running. Under CSR, we've done CSR for LinkedIn, Google. These are all international CSRs which we have completed, and it gives me pride to share that LinkedIn from last 3 financial years has been coming to us, and this year also we've got LinkedIn targets of 4,000 to be completed before March 2024. We've done projects with acid attack survivors. This was done specifically for state of UP and Delhi, and all the beneficiaries are very well placed today, and they are being handheld by the industry, who's given them jobs and are even supporting them in setting up their own units. Starter kits, as I was mentioning, a returnable grant where these beneficiaries, again through a CSR fund, has been given a starter kit. We work with special communities also, because this is one sector which is gender inclusive and age inclusive. So we work with LGBT community. We've again got another project from Ministry of Social Justice for LGBT community, transgender community in Delhi. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, Safai Karamcharis and manual scavengers, OBC and nomadic tribes, army wives and wards, drug addicts. This project was specifically done in the state of Punjab as well as in Assam. because of high rise in drugs in the younger generation, dowry and rape victims, domestic violence victims. The first that we've done, we did our first convocation in 21st of June 2022, which marks even the International Day of Yoga. We've introduced the courses of hairdressing. We were the first SSC to introduce these courses when the UT of Ladakh was formed. And after that, we've set up a skilling center under CSR funding in Kargil also. We've launched a free certificate course in entrepreneurial skills for budding women entrepreneurs. This was again under CSR initiative, and yoga is a sector which is with us, and on International Day of Yoga this is taken to a different level, and we've got Dr. H.R. Nagendra, who's the yoga guru to our Honorable Prime Minister. He's our vice chairperson. These are some of our industry partners who work with us, and they are on our board: VLCC, Blossom Culture, Gitanjali, Vibes, Enrich, Talwarkers, O2 Spas, Cleopatra, and they are even employers for our trainees who pass out. And Mumbai being again a hub of beauty and wellness industry, so many of them will have their setups in Mumbai, Pune, Aurangabad and Nagpur. So Lakme is also with us, L'Oreal is with us, so these are some of the and this is our presentation. If you want to see the impact part of it, we have that also, but that's on the other laptop, so I'll have to change the laptops and maybe show it to you. That's what we did.
So you have put it up rightly. So we got the kind of facets of society which you are touching and the impact which you are making. As per Mahatma Phule Development Corporation is concerned, we have kind of community. Along with that, we have Safai Karmachari. So we had an opportunity to visit various places where Safai Karmacharis are working. So we came across that their children, they are in dire need for such kind of courses, which will help them to stand on their own feet. So we'll plan in a proper manner, but it's a very good presentation.
Thank you. And we are already working. We've done projects with Safai Karmacharis and manual
Specifically, I was talking with our Joint Secretary, Tingresa, who was in forefront for making a board for this LGBT community. He told me that we have a lot of funds under that. Correct, sir?
We'll be more than happy to maybe discuss it offline also.
That part of society needs a lot of input in terms of this support.
And plus, another thing I would like to mention here is our industry is very open also to accept them when they complete their trainings, to give them jobs. Because that also is very important. One says that you train them and then they are left to fetch for themselves. Though they've started opening up their own salons, servicing only LGBT community or the transgender, but if we have to integrate them in the mainstream, then the openness of the industry is also very, very important. Even if today, if I have to talk about the makeup industry of Bollywood, at least 25 to 30% of the makeup artists there are from either LGBT plus community, which are gays, lesbians, some of them, yes, transgenders also, but all the community gets.
I will share one experience with you. This is the right time where I can share that. Recently, our Honorable Chief Minister he decided that we will, in sabka gaurav karenge. So we conduct lot of programs across Maharashtra in the name of Shasan Apyadari. So we had issued the directions to various collectors to identify this community and give them an identity card. It's a simple thing. It's not a very big thing, just giving an identity card. So then we decided that let us bring in these people and make them to sit on stage along with CM in one of the programs. I think it was Dhule or Kolhapur, I don't remember exactly. But once we made them to sit on the stage and CM felicitated them with a small identity card, though all of them were crying. So I asked them that what is the reason, why you are crying? They told that, sir, we don't want any money, we don't want any support from you, but giving us the identity in most respectable manner and that too they had some training of beauty
Makeup and
makeup and all that.
Hanji.
So they told that it's a kind of a gravity escape mechanism for us.
Yeah.
So that kind of contribution we can always make. So small change
Yeah.
can make lot of difference in lives of different communities. You are doing a great job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I will just request all the speakers to kindly limit the presentation for 5 minutes to ensure that we are on schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, next I would like to invite on to the dais Media and Entertainment Skill Department representative. Can we please have a round of applause for him?
Okay, while the presentation is coming up, one small announcement and apologies. Because of the constraint of this place, we couldn't accommodate each one of you on this table. But there is no seniority where someone is sitting at back or at front. When sir came in the hall, he first asked, "Can we accommodate everyone's chair here?" I said, "It's logistically difficult, so bear with us. We are there is no chronology. There is just we are all included. So just bear with us. And the presentation part also, because we had just 2 days time to get started with this event, we asked preferences of sectors which we were focusing, if they can able to present, and that's where we give an opportunity. But having said that, we are looking forward to work with all the sectors, because our beneficiaries' requirements are quite wide that case.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Rishkin, probably all of us at some point of time have worked with one of the, like we have worked with the NSFPC, okay, in different states. Okay, so all of, I would say all SSCs certainly would have worked, because that's one of the mandates that we work. And as sir was saying, in terms of the opportunities, I just want to share one small example, maybe 20 seconds. All of us also participate in World Skill Competition, and you would be happy in Maharashtra, a lot of candidates participating in World Skills. Now, our last 2021 our candidate won Medallion of Excellence. That boy, he is from West Bengal. He comes from a small place in West Bengal. His parents are farmer. He is in Texas today, working in a jewelry international company. So it all depends not only on the opportunity which they get, it also depends on their sort of vision, their ambition. Not everybody would reach there, but this boy, and he is all 25 years of age.
I agree with you. Such things become aspirational for others.
Yeah.
We have a different interaction sessions, so we can.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everybody, and thank you everybody to give me an opportunity to present in front of you. So my name is Anirudh Dasgupta. I'm the head of industry relations for the Media Entertainment Skill Council. And today, as everybody said, I'll not take much of your time. Everybody pretty much knows what each SSC does in a nutshell. I'll just try to, and Shinder sir, I'm so sorry, we were not briefed about what the actual requirement was. Hence, it's a generic kind of a PPT, but we'll make sure that a customized PPT and a proposal is made and shared with your team as soon as possible. So, as we all know, we are catering to the media entertainment industry, and to be very honest, I am also based out of Bombay, and I come from a media entertainment background of 26 years in the film, VFX, animation. And Mumbai and Maharashtra being the hub of media entertainment in the country, we are leading the industry, and the country to very big heights. And to be very, just to keep you informed, the world's biggest media entertainment conglomerate, which works on probably 70% of all movies across the world, that is based out of Bombay. And it's a Bombay company, it's Prime Focus Limited. So our industry is growing at a rate of 13.7% and expected to reach 30.6 billion by 2023, end of 2023, which we have already achieved and probably surpassed. So I would have been very happy to share some of the data that we had in terms of number of manpower requirement, and so I can just give you some approximate numbers. By 2027, our industry requires more than 22 lakh people, skilled professionals in media entertainment, various media entertainment skills, just in India. And India being the service hub for our industry, we, and with our Prime Minister pushing our industry forward with the new national and state level AVGC XR policies, which are supposed to be launched very soon. So India will be poised to be the biggest service provider in this whole market, in the whole world, not just from the service industry, but from a content development perspective as well. So that all combined gives a lot of employment opportunities. And as our colleagues from the beauty wellness sector also said, that our industry is also segregated into a structured and a gig economy. So 40 to 45% of our manpower in India, they work as freelancers or consultants or self-employed, those kind of people. So MESC was founded in 2012 and we are a not-for-profit society, and as of today we have trained more than 5.65 lakh people, and currently going in Maharashtra we have been training more than 24,000 people under the PM-KUA scheme in the last quarter. This quarter we are training more than 20,000 students as well across various districts of Maharashtra. And we have around 850 plus network of training partners with 2,000 plus trainers, and we are affiliated with 350 plus colleges and universities. And to be very, I feel very proud to announce that we have just signed an MOU with AICTE, and our media entertainment programs will be allowed in any and every AICTE approved college and university across India. And apart from that, we are also tied up with CBSE, and our programs are available across 3,000 schools affiliated to CBSE in India. And we have around 108 job roles with us which are approved, and 34 more job roles are pending. And still we have not been able to cater to everything that the industry needs. Some of the future skills that we are working with the government to get it approved are like drone operators and AI, AR, VR, metaverse and all that. So in future we see those things come as well. So we cater to the film, TV, sound and music, radio, print, gaming, advertising, digital industry, art and culture, live performance, event management, theme, amusement park and animation industry. So these stalwarts have been our chairmen since the inception, and so this was our AICTE MOU signing. This was CBSE, which happened in Mumbai in December. We have also tied up with Don Bosco, and okay, so we have more than 220 plus fee-based training centers across India. So in our sector, a lot of people, they opt for a fee-based training rather than a funded training, because they aspire to become part of this industry, and there are certain skills that they require, need a considerable amount of investment, and which can only happen through a fee-based system. So we conduct a lot of train the trainers and industry meetups. We are also working with NSTIs in Bangalore, Hyderabad and Mumbai NSTA also we are working with. Probably we can look at ways how we can conduct these kind of trainings, what we are envisioning for PM-AJAY over there because of the infrastructure availability. We are also tied up with Celebrity School and Mugafi, wherein we bring in all these training programs from all these industry veterans free of cost to all of the students who are registered across India for any of our training programs. All of these are available for free to our students. Our LMS portal is now getting integrated with AI based learning model, wherein it reads the study pattern of every student and then adjusts the next course of action based on their preferences. MeCAT is something which we initiated and we give it out for free from class 6 to upwards. This is basically a psychometric test which reads your inputs and gives you career opportunities, basically automating what a career counselor does. And a very comprehensive, sir, I'll be more than happy to share a sample report also with your team. And Vidya Dan is an initiative which was started 3 years ago by Mr. Subhash Ghai, who was the then chairman. In this initiative, all our industries, stalwarts, they give out time and they interact with the students across India free of cost. They give out their knowledge, their life experiences, their words of wisdom, and this has been a very successful mission that we have taken. And very proudly we say each and every session is attended live by more than 2.5 lakhs people on average. So all these things, as you were asking Shinde sir, that what are we giving out, what are we adding as a value proposition to the students, so all these things are given out to all of our students for free. So we also represent our partners, both educational and industry, across various events in India and abroad. So we provide us a platform for more visibility for each and every partner of ours. And just like our colleague from the gem and jewelry section mentioned, we have also been participating in the World Skills, which is considered as a Olympics of skill development, and we have been consistently getting recognized and earning medals over there as well. So international events we had participated in. And yes, Shinde sir, this is something which you would be more specifically interested in. We are launching the skill gap report on 24th, and Kaushal Bhavan, Dharmendra Pradhan sir will be inaugurating this. And this is, sir, it's a comprehensive report of more than 500 pages. We have already finished printing the hard copies, and I would definitely ask my team to extend an invitation if you could please spare some time for the event. So it's a very comprehensive skill gap report, and which the numbers which I was saying, sir, those numbers would be present over here. And okay, so this is something which we do extensively for all of our students. We organize country level job fairs for our students and our anybody and everybody who wishes to get employed in media entertainment industry. We organize this. In this first quarter of 2024, sir, we have organized 50 job fairs across India, and Maharashtra is having the highest number of job fairs of 26. And we are also participating in the ones which is happening in 24th, 25th in Thane. So that's a PM Naam Maharozgar Milava which is happening. So we are also participating in that, sir. So that's it for today, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come and present us over here, and we'll see you sometime very soon, sir.
Yeah, it's a very nice presentation. Many times the point which you told about gap filling.
Yes, sir.
It's very important, because when we look back, since childhood, a lot of people have aspirations to join media industry.
Right, sir.
To have, but that dream is nipped up in the nascent stage only. So you are at a very important place where you can make a person to realize his dream in media industry.
Right, sir.
And apart from that, you means the social sector which is developing.
Right, sir.
Subconsciously, media is a very important part of us nowadays.
Right.
So your importance and presentation is really good.
Thank you so much, sir.
So we will work on that, and we will try that maximum people how they are benefited out of it.
Sure, sir. We'll move towards that. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Moving ahead, may I please request the representatives from BFSI Skill Council to join us on stage.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries present over here. I'm Dr. Tushar Runta and I'm representing the BFSI Skill Sector Council of India today over here. As we all know that BFSI, the banking, financial service and the insurance company, they are the backbone of our economy. Now we heard all our dignitaries talking about the development that they are bringing in various sectors over here. Be it the media sector, be it the fashion sector, the wellness sector, the beauty sector, and the 30 other skill sector councils that we have. Now, when we talk about any skill sector, we are talking about employability generation and we are talking about entrepreneurship development. But one thing that we need to focus when we talk about generation of employability or generation of entrepreneurship, we are talking about more and more flow of money into the economy, more and more flow of money into the market. And in order to gather that money, in order to manage that money, we will need more people into the BFSI sector. And that is where the Sector Skill Council, BFSI, comes into picture. Now, when we talk about numbers in the BFSI Sector Skill Council, the BFSI Sector Skill Council represents 3 domains, that is the banking, the financial services and the insurance sectors. That is, we deal with private banks, public banks, then in non-banking financial institutions, insurance companies, mutual fund companies, etc. If we count about numbers, we have around 221 banks available right now. Those are NEFT members. We have around 9,069 NBFCs registered in India. We have 225 stockbroking companies and the numbers goes on. Now, when we talk about the job opportunities in the BFSI domain, there are 3 major divisions where we talk about the job opportunities, that is operations, credit and sales. And we as BFSI Sector Skill Council are more focused towards the junior level, that is the grassroots level, where we need a plethora of employability skill generated, skill trained employees who are just ready to enter into the market. For that, we have a number of qualification packs that are approved by NCBT, NSQC. We have a lot of NOS that are available, and obviously we are definitely working on multiple futuristic skills and making new qualifications that are in pipeline to be approved by the NCBT and the NOS. Now, so these are just numbers. Now, when we talk about the future of what exactly we are focusing on as in the BFSI Sector Skill Council, we are coming up with university collaborations where we are collaborating directly with huge universities like Mumbai University, Pune University, Amravati University, Jalgaon and Kolhapur University as well. We are on the verge of signing an MOUs with these multiple universities to have the BFSI qualifications in the new, as per the NAP. We are also talking about being the biggest GDP contributor in the country. We are focusing right now on launching our digital platform where we can provide a few video sessions and video lectures to all the people at the grassroots level, which is accessible to everyone. And when we talk about job opportunities, if I have to name, we just have like, in a nutshell, I would say LIC, Union Bank of India, Central Bank of India, Bank of India, and ICICI Foundation, they have just signed an MOU with us that they need around 5 lakh people by the end of March 2025. This we are talking just about these 5 PSUs and private banks or ICICI, right? But if we talk about the total number of people, the opportunity in the BFSI sector is huge. And that is the reason we are here today to collaborate with all the industry partners, especially obviously MSDC as well. And that's all from the BFSI sector today.
Can you repeat the names of the banks which you mentioned?
Okay, so the MOUs that we are signing are with LIC of India, then we are with CBI, the Union Bank of India, Bank of India and ICICI Foundation.
Very nice. You see, the point which you raised initially is that banking, financial sector and insurance is very important because unless and until we manage our finances. Apart from that, as government, what we look is to provide a kind of umbrella cover which will help them to get psychological, support. For example, one experience I will share. We were dealing with self-help groups. So we have 90 lakh women in self-help groups under UMED, MAVIM, NULM, NSRLM. So those are managed by CRPs, Cluster Resource Persons, around 60,000. So one day we were discussing about development of that, and CM Saab told that what you think that how we can provide them a kind of support, because most of the times if they are ill, they are not on the job, the salary is cut, right? So then we devised one scheme for them that if they are admitted in hospital for 30 days, how we can give them some labor support or a support of loss in wages. So we devised one small scheme in which 200 rupees, 199, we could give them a cover of 15,000 rupees. And for that we made an appeal to industry, and one mining industry came forward, and on the same day we could give insurance to 60,000, that 56,000 women, so that they are covered. So now, just by announcing this and giving it to them, they are working in double time, you know. Their efficiency has increased and they are not falling ill. Earlier they used to fall ill, and then just having that kind of psychological support also, it helps a lot. So your sector is very crucial for marginalized communities, and we will try that how we can take you together in that.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the presentation. Next, I would like to invite the representatives from Apollo.
As the presentation comes up, first of all, I would like to thank MPBCDC for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, respected Dr. Amol Shinde sir and Dr. Idam sir, for giving this opportunity. So today I'm going to, we are part of Healthcare Sector Skill Council. Apollo MedSkills is a public-private partnership between Apollo Hospitals Group and the National Skill Development Corporation. We are, NSDC holds equity with Apollo MedSkills, so it's a true PPP. So there are three focus areas that we would like to focus on during the next 12 months with MPBCDC. One is finishing skills in nursing excellence. I'll talk about this program. Then employment-linked skilling for unemployed youth, and entrepreneurship-linked skill development programs, where we train youth and provide franchises of Apollo Diagnostic Centers. So the slide is not working. So far we have trained 525,000 students since 2012, and we have done, most of our students got employment. Over 72% of the students got employment so far. And the great thing that I would like to mention is our employees rehired from us. So for last 12 years, the employees who were hiring from us rehired from us. That's a testimonial to our success. Our focus areas, we are part of Healthcare Sector Skill Council, as I mentioned. If you look, this is the whole landscape of medical education. So on the top of the pyramid, you find super specialist doctors, then specialist doctors, then you have general practitioners who are MBBS doctors, the nurses, healthcare management professionals, allied health professionals, and support service. Support services are geriatric aides, senior citizen care, phlebotomy technicians who collect blood samples from home, the nurse assistants, they are at the bottom of the pyramid. So Apollo MedSkills now focuses on, from that orange bar, nursing to the support service education. So we do trainings because above the nurses, it's highly regulated by the National Medical Council. So the doctor upskilling is not part of Apollo MedSkills. So key impact areas that we focus on, first is employment outcomes. So that is the goal with which we train all the candidates whom we are training. So to provide employment is our primary goal. And women empowerment comes as part and parcel of the healthcare industry, because 70% of employees in healthcare industry are women. So if you see, 98% of nurses in India today are women. Globally also over 88% are women. So they constitute a major part of employment. So, and even the support services, whether it is aged care, whether it is diagnostic industry, the employment for women is quite high. So then clinical outcomes is a major thing that we achieve as part of our training, because when you train the healthcare resources sufficiently, then it reflects in better clinical outcomes in the hospitals, particularly in the public sector. The upskilling of healthcare resources is very, very critical to improve the clinical outcomes. We work with various governments in training the government hospital staff. Obviously, livelihood outcomes, because the gross income of the family would improve and the livelihoods would improve. There are 7 collaboration opportunities in healthcare. The first is entrepreneurship and self-employment linked training. As I told, we train on 2 areas for creating entrepreneurship. One is telemedicine. Telehealth is improving. The remote consultations are improving. There's a need for telehealth coordinators. We are training large number of telehealth coordinators now. This is one area. The second area is diagnostics industry. Taking the diagnostic access, the healthcare medical diagnostics to the grassroots level is important, and for that you need more lab technicians, more phlebotomy technicians to start. So we train them and we provide the diagnostic franchises. The second is employment linked franchises. We focus on 4 programs where there is a dire shortage in healthcare industry, which are nurse assistants, phlebotomy technicians, emergency medical technicians for ambulances and for the hospitals, and geriatric aides. For senior aged care resources, the demand is not just in India but across the world. Today, Australia needs about 22,000 geriatric aides this year alone. Even UK needs close to 18,000. We have direct partnerships with these governments. So if the students are bright, we will take on to another program. The students who are passing our courses will get into a different program called Global Workforce Development Program, and they will be put on to the international transition courses. Then upskilling of government hospital staff, upskilling ASHA workers, then building center of excellences in collaboration with the government, because training infrastructure is also one of the challenges because of huge investments that are required in training the healthcare workforce. So we also build the training infrastructure. And finally, training healthcare workforce on international transition, as I mentioned, we do it as a special program for few governments. So our core strength is, today we are present in 25 states. We are connected with village panchayats, remote communities, tribal welfare organizations, magnet schools, NGOs. So we closely work with at the grassroots level for mobilization of the candidates. One of our core strengths is our infrastructure for training. So we have invested a lot in our training infrastructure, and it is required for healthcare training, both the classroom infrastructure and as well as the hospital partnerships where our students go and get trained. So we do a lot of student engagement activities. We involve communities to come and train. Our employers are also our trainers. So that is one way where we achieve our placement goals. So we do a lot of international skilling. The government of Afghanistan sponsors close to 10 to 12 technicians every year to Apollo Med Skills. So we train them on kind of radiographers, CT scan technicians. We send nurses to New Zealand and Australia. You see some of the glimpses here. And we also did some trainings in Africa, particularly on HIV/AIDS prevention in Rwanda and few other countries. So women empowerment, a lot of initiatives as I mentioned earlier. And our job placements, we have a special portal called Healers Arc. All our alumni will get onboarded there. So we track our students, because in healthcare, the jobs are quite dynamic. The students also move from one employer to another employer very frequently, so we track them meticulously. A lot of success stories of our students, and so some of the impact areas before and after a few students from various states. So these are some of our social impact partners. So now we will have MPBCDC in this last bar, as I kept it open there. So very quickly about the FINE program, the Finishing Skills in Nursing Excellence, which we want to implement. When we evaluated the nursing curriculum, the nurses, particularly in India, has 4 gaps. One is gap in the clinical competencies. We have seen that during COVID also, that use of oxygen was not known, use of ventilators, there was a limited understanding. So we have identified 58 such gaps in clinical competencies of nurses, and we have put it as part of our program. The second gap area is clinical communication, because nurses come from local medium schools, come from low socioeconomic background in India. Their communication skills are poor, particularly in a hospital when you encounter a patient and attendants, and nurse becomes the key key person to interact with the patients and attendants. So few situations, like for example, there's a road traffic accident, suddenly there are 50 patients rushing to emergency room. What should the nurse communicate in such disasters? Similarly, a baby is born in an obstetric unit. The nurse comes out and the parents are curious to know whether it's a baby boy or a girl. But a nurse is not supposed to disclose that. But what should she communicate? How to communicate with senior doctors? Like that, there are difficult situations, communication situations in hospitals. 42 situations we are training the nurses on that. The third is the digital skills. Technology adoption in hospitals has improved, but it is not covered as a part of the nursing education. So we also have included that. And clinical quality, all the hospitals, just like ISO and other accreditations, other institutions will have. Hospitals have NABH and JCI accreditation, so we train them specifically on this quality skills. This is a very well-capsulated program, and we want to train the young nurses in the state and provide them an employment. We are striving to employ everyone who goes through this program, so it's a 6 weeks, very well structured, and all the design, curriculum design and all are validated by senior nursing directors in the India. And we have some of the senior most doctors and nursing directors as teachers on this program, and this is what we will be partnering and delivering in collaboration with MPBCDC. And thanks for this opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In this, I'd just like to bring to your attention that, see, we have already a kind of healthcare structure where, to the most extreme point of society, we have Anganwadi workers, Asha Tais. And apart from that, in cities, if we see, I will share my one experience also, in red light areas.
Yes.
There are a lot of, guys who are working, but they don't get such kind of skillful training.
Absolutely.
So I would request you to tweak your program in such a way, because if we look at news, this all Asha Tai, and those always want some upscaling.
Exactly.
So if you can come in the picture, because I had experience to work with number of NGOs in all these areas, even in red light areas, where we came across those, people, they want to rehab, they want to come back, but there is no scope for them to upscale them. So if you can, customize your program so that, so इस तरह से include करो कि आशा ताईज, आंगनवाड़ी workers, those red light area workers who want to rehab, come back, have some skills, and even in the extreme areas of Gadchiroli, the surrender Naxalites.
Correct.
Those ladies, they need such kind of upskilling. If you can include them, that will be very helpful.
We will definitely have design a special program,
Yeah.
and I will present it to you.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. And now I'd like to invite the representative from Science and Technology. Can you have a round of applause?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vikram, and I'm representing Science and Technology Park from Pune. And at the onset, I would like to thank everybody over here, especially Dr. Shinde and Gedam sir also, to put up such a interesting group of people in this hall who are kind of sharing some of the gaps in whatever endeavor we are trying to do here together. I think that's going to be a beautiful start to a great endeavor from here on. I'm particularly mentioning this because as an institution that was set up by the central government to help convert knowledge into wealth as a primary mandate, we have been working with academic institutions, government agencies, industry, to bring all of them together on the same table and deliver meaningful and impactful projects with a very strong focus on entrepreneurship development and innovation also. So what I want to, briefly state here is is our ability to join hands with MPBCDC and MAHAPREIT and various other organizations under this department is to bring our programs that we have been running for the last 20 plus years. I will briefly describe them. We've got a very early stage program called Entrepreneur in Residence, which kind of looks at offering a fellowship. It's a grant-in-aid kind of fellowship that we normally offer about 30,000 rupees a month for 12 months for very young early stage entrepreneurs to develop their business plan, to acquire those business skills, and to finalize their financial models or whatever the go-to-market strategies. We handle them. They sit in our centers, and we mentor them. We expose them to all the industry mentors, experts, for them to be successful entrepreneurs. Now, the reason behind this is I heard a lot of other speakers before me speak about various gaps. So one of the major gaps that we've seen is when you try to skill someone or when you try to encourage someone to start a business, they always come and talk back about loss of income in that particular phase. It's 3 months, 6 months, or it could be 12 months also. So we want to bridge that loss of income so that their family is not pressurized to demotivate them, that this is not what you should be doing, you might as well go and work. So their income is taken care of over there. So that's the number one gap that we want to fill through that program. Beyond that, what we do is a product development and design and prototyping program, where again there are government schemes that help them acquire grants to develop new products. Not necessarily every entrepreneur requires to develop new products. So there are different kinds of entrepreneurships, enterprises that can be built. One is a complete new enterprise. The other ones could be scaling up of something that is already successful. The things like agri-processing, logistics, wellness and beauty, they don't need to invent anything new. They can just adopt a business plan and go out in the market. So that's the next stage. Then we go into seed investment, where there are various levels, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 50, we've gone up to 1 crore rupees also. So that's like a 3-4 year hand-holding phase where investors are involved, the scaling up is happening and businesses are set up, and that definitely then generates a lot of employment, further demand for skilled manpower, and also their contribution back to the government or to the society that has given them that investment and the opportunity. So that is something that, these are the 3 stages that we are working at right now. And I would like to highlight that we have in the past 5 years set up various centers with academic institutions to focus on industry, academia and government linkages. So basically these centers are called Center for Invention, Innovation and Incubation. And under that, what we have developed is we first of all have an industry partner who gives us the market intelligence, the know-how and the gaps and everything, including the syllabus or which courses the industry requires at that point in time and so on. And they also help us in understanding what ecosystem is required, similar to the Apollo program that they have. So the ecosystem development happens at that stage, and it is also combined with the entire incubation and entrepreneurship development program that we have with a co-working space. So essentially what happens is when somebody comes there, they have access to skills, they have access to all the incubation and entrepreneurship programs, and they have a place to sit and work and the right environment for them to engage with. And that starts giving them a different view of the world for them to understand what can be done, and that motivates them. That further gives them an insight into what skill gaps they lack in terms of business, entrepreneurship, finance, all those kind of things, the soft skills. So on those grounds, we have already submitted to MPBCDC 2 of our flagship proposals for immediate action. One of them is the Entrepreneur in Residence, where we would like to have some of the beneficiary groups coming to our centers and taking that support from us. And the other one is basically skilling for these finer soft skills. So business, entrepreneurship skills, communication skills. What we've seen is that makes a huge difference, you know. To actually go out in the market and speak to a lot of people requires a lot of courage, requires a lot of understanding of their own tools, you know, what they're. So these are all finishing skills that they need. So these two flagship projects, we are very keen on starting that at the outset. And obviously then scale up and grow, also engage ourselves with various sector skill councils here, you know, and that through, I think MAHAPREIT as a platform it's absolutely beautiful, because that, in my understanding, is a culmination of all of these stakeholders, and I think that is going to be a very beautiful platform for them to launch, you know, the beneficiary. And I think I will just wrap up here by saying, you know, every time we talk about entrepreneurship, it's not just about setting up a business. Entrepreneurship is also related to doing whatever you're doing in the correct manner, so that, you know, your business owner, that person, the founder or the owner of that business, also benefits from your entrepreneurial thinking. So an entrepreneur is a skill basically, and it can be used, has to be used in your employment situation also. And the other thing is, you know, whenever anybody wants us to, you know, talk about the impact, you know, whenever we work with entrepreneurs, we talk about the GST and the tax that they give back to the government, and also the employment that, you know, the employment that they create from their businesses is what we are looking for. I'll wrap up my talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to welcome Mr. James Ruffle, the CEO of Retail Sector Skill Council. Mr. James, yeah, he's here.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Before I start my session, let me promise everyone in this room that I'll restrict my delivery to 5 minutes only as stipulated. Okay? So the first thing is, for this next 5 minutes, I'm going to be the presentation as well as the presenter. The way I'll go about this 5-minute delivery is, I'll speak a little about my industry for better understanding. The next is in terms of what we've done in the past, and the third part would be what is ground reality. Fourth part would be what we can do together. So in a simple nutshell, if I have to speak about my industry, it's a very simple industry. It's like parts of the human body. Okay, so you have a HO team, which is a category team. Okay, so that's nothing but your mind. Only the processes increase if you scale up. You have the hands, okay, which are typically the people who serve you at stores, and you have your legs to actually deliver either products to the store or to the residents. Now the good part about the opportunities that lie in the retail industry, as we speak more and more about, you know, industry 4.0, etc., etc., you know, more of technology and artificial intelligence actually permeating all spaces of life. Yes, the jobs in the manufacturing segment will shrink, but in the services segment, it will still boom. Okay, and the second good part about this industry is, whatever in this world gets developed, manufactured, cultivated, grown, produced, it gets done with an intent of consumption. And wherever there is consumption, retail has to be there. Previously, in the Dukandar type of format, today it is omni-channel. So it is 4 subsectors. You have retail FMCG, you have direct selling, you have the stores, actually stores operations, and you have e-commerce. So that's about my industry. As Rasi, what we have done in the past, So approximately 2 million trainings and assessments, approximately 1.4 million certifications. So we cater to the school segment also who are not of the employable age. So minus approximately 0.4 million. So 1 million trained and certified employable. What has Rasi done with that? We've actually placed employed 0.7 million. Okay, so as far as these statistics are concerned, I'm sure everyone will feel it's very good. But we felt no, actually there was an opportunity loss of that 30% because we did not have that much of control on those certified candidates. They may have got placed, but probably it didn't get reported. So that's as far as what we did. So what we want to do now is why for 100%. Okay. So I have a team in our organization. We are a very large team of only 16 members, okay, which do pan-India operations. And one team looks at the government projects. Because as a sector skill council and an awarding body for the retail sector, that is something which we once upon a time tried to say no. We don't want to do the assessments because we don't want to, make the candidates employable. We want to actually economically empower them with a regular job first. That's the most important thing. So at Rasi, we have a core team. In fact, I have a few of my colleagues over there. Just raise your hands. Nika Gupta, she heads the operations. Anand Subramaniam, he heads the industry engagement. And Samir Narsapur, he heads the standards quality assurance. Okay. So what happens is, a core team of us decided that whatever we do, we'll do it guaranteed quantifiable outcomes. Otherwise, we'll not do it. Okay. Balance to chalta rahega, run of the mill. But we want to do this. So, and the good part is, I mean, since the past 40-50 years, all federations, associations, sector skill councils, awarding body, universities, schools, colleges, all have been running government schemes. COVID taught us a lot. We started curating certain products, okay, financially prudent products, at the same time with guaranteed outcomes. So one of those products, actually, if you go to read, there are state governments now that are advocating those programs. So already 3 state governments have signed up, and the 3 guarantees in that is the child will start with a job and get trained on the job. तो उनका मीटर डाउन होना बहुत जरूरी है, because fact of the matter, rural India, which 90% is, if James was one candidate who was mobilized by someone, James will come and sit into a classroom. James will become very gyani on the first day. James on the second day will not come. You know why? James slept hungry. And James the next day does not have money to travel to the training center. He needs to go and sit at a chauraha where he can get a daily wage. Okay, that's true fact of what we go through. So the core team, what we decided, we'll say job first. And the 3 guarantees in that is regular wage employment. Second is, it has to be minimum wages or above. And third, we'll ensure retention of the candidate at least for 3 months in the job. Okay, and the good part is, we will deliver first and we will take the payment later, and that payment will be less than 1/3 the cost of the current common norms. Okay, so and you know what, we named this a very simple project. Actually what it's Dil Se. It's trademarked also, it's registered right now. And Dil Se for you means nothing but delivering industry-led skilled employees. Thank you so much. If anyone has any questions, let me know. One more thing which, I discussed at that point in time, the product wasn't ready, but I already have 2 state governments who are running behind it. It got ready just yesterday. That is, actually, if you want to impact rural Maharashtra, like you mentioned about Gadchiroli. So for example, I know in a Gadchiroli, Parbani, Jalna, for the next 10 years, shopper stop नहीं खुलने वाला है, ठीक है? लेकिन वो local किराना वाला है, okay? And this is the best product to mitigate migration. All of us know what has happened during COVID, unprecedentedly, which hit us, and the migration problems, the challenges that happened. So how do you create local job opportunities for localites? They can move out of their comfort zone once they are growing vertically, but not at the nascent stages of their career. क्योंकि उनकी आधा से ज़्यादा पैसा उनका utilities में जाता है, rental में जाता है, भाड़े में जाता है. So how do we get that done? And that again, it is registered trademark. It stands as trade, transforming retail and distribution enterprises. Okay. So जब तक दुकान का मालिक जो गल्ले पे बैठा है, if he is not certified, he will never value hiring a certified candidate. Okay, so we'll transform the shop. So it's actually, if you go to see, the combination of Dil Se and trade is such that on one side it focuses on the urban youth and trade will focus on the rural youth. Thank you so much. I'm open for questions.
It was really very inspiring. You know, point which you told is really a kind of paradigm shift in a skill training perspective. That is job first. First we have to fill the stomach, and then we can enroll them in the possibilities of skill development. This is really very much impressive, I tell you. And I would like to share one example for this. I was in Delhi with the Union Minister of Agriculture, and we had a delegation from Congo, Africa. In that delegation, there was one Rajasthani fellow. So I was exchanging my number with him. And I came to know that he is having a business worth 15,000 to 20,000 crore in Africa. So I just went to him and I asked him that, how did you manage? He told, sir, see, I am just fifth failed person. And I am managing whole of African business in 53 countries of Africa with not much knowledge, skills. But I have a kind of skill because I have got one point of African psychology, that you fill their stomach, they will work for you, they will kill for you, they will do anything for you. So all my employees, I guarantee them a fixed salary and food every day. So my work is never stopped. 24/7 they work for me, and I have every sector in African development, from mining to pharmaceuticals, and I cannot write or type. I can just converse with them. So the crux of all this is that if you assure them employment on day one, that's I think it is like a kind of nuclear reaction which will help them to get all the skills and jobs. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to welcome Colonel A.K. Chandil from Water Management and Plumbing Skill Council. Can we have a round of applause for him, everyone?
I'll make it very Good afternoon, everyone. We are closing to the lunch time, so half of you will be cursing if we extend the hours beyond that. Firstly, my sincere thanks to Mr. Shinde to given us a notice yesterday to come here, and here we are. Tomorrow we have a national conference on Jal Jeevan Mission in Lucknow, so we are all on way there. Rest of the team has gone, but I have taken a flight this way. Well, I don't have a presentation. I do have a presentation, but I am not giving one here because there is no necessity. We are a Section 8 company, Water Management and Plumbing Sector Skill Council. We are in the service of nation from last 10 years. And you can say anybody who works with water or manufactures anything which is used in the water, sanitary, pipes, anything, he is our member. We have a chairman who is the Ori Class MD, and plus we have our on board Hindware, Roka, XYZ. I don't want to bore you with so many names. You can just go around your washroom and you can see which pipe you have got. That person is here with us. All right. I just want to go with a simple thought that Sir has the beginning has spoken about Dr. That is Mahatma Phule. So, and I come out from Lucknow and there's a huge statue. There are far too many because Madam Mayawati was the Chief Minister for a very long time. So there's a lot of domination on projecting what they have done in past. So I just read two lines that he worked for the education and upliftment of the oppressed and eradication of the untouchability and caste system. Please put your right hand on your heart and ask yourself how much we have achieved. I take a lead from what James said. You don't need to train a person, or you don't need to do an RPL for a person who's a Safai Karmchari and say, I'll give you a certificate. That's not an upliftment. You please take him away from there. What Mona was just saying. Get his kids or her kids into a different job stream. And that's what we need. And that's why these sector skill councils are meant for. We are not here that we keep promoting our own, what we are doing, what we are meant for. Look at this Jal Jeevan mission. We are training 250,000 people in this year, and another 250,000 next year, and we are the PIAs, Project Implementing Agency for the Ministry of Jal Shakti, New Delhi. Now in that, you are supposed to have a sustainable water supply of 55 liters per person in the house in the rural area. And very happy to state that many of the states have achieved 100% of this water supply. You have to watch some videos, how when the water first time reached in some villages of Rajasthan, how people were emotional to see that. Now here is a requirement of training one person per GP, that is Gram Panchayat. So we got a large number from Maharashtra, which we are going to do. When you nominate a person from the GP, why not this person whom we are talking today? That's one point. Because somewhere down in the Pradhan and his Bhatija and Bhanja, that person will again be oppressed. So that's where the government machinery has to come out with to nominate these people into these job roles. We are coming up with another qualification, that is water testing technician. And that is primarily focusing on empowering women. We do pipe water supply, upliftment of water, canal supply, everything we do, the maintenance skilling, but we never look at the water quality. Way back in 1982, when I had newly joined army, and there was Indira Gandhi Canal, and I belonged to a Khalsa regiment. The guy used to give me water in steel glass. So I asked him, why not kaach ka glass? He said, "Saab, tusi pani nahi pi paoge." The days have changed. We are conscious about it. We as individuals, you as individual. But why not the rest of the people who are receiving water? So let's indulge ourselves in that. And so these are the places where the community which we are looking at today can just go into that direction. That's very important. You quoted a very good example of Honorable Chief Minister going around in the outside the country and looking at the various skill programs. So let me just commit to you, and Sir has spoken, and I think World Skill has been spoken. I led the World Skill 2 years back, what they are talking about, and India came back with the best position. But what I want to highlight, going across 11 countries over 66 days, none of the, when I say none, not more than 25% of the total competitors were from the same stream. There was a person who was a mechanical cleaner in Bolzano in the tiling, and he got the gold, but he had become a tiler. He had spent his parents had spent life, and we don't call them Safai Kamchari, we call them, they are mechanical cleaners, sweepers, they are called. So similarly, a girl who won a silver medal from India in the heartland of Switzerland, from where the cakes and confectionery, they are the kings of that, but our girl won it. Her background is not from the confectionery. So this shows the shift. We have to shift. And last but not the least, a very important thing which we have realized, and I have a background of NSDC, Parak, you're not aware, I was Vice President, National Skill Development Corporation. I served with them for 6 years, and when you cross the senior citizen mark, so I shifted this side on a different platform. So there I have learned that soft skills play a very important role. I've done a lot of programs with Mr. Rudy and Dharmendra Pradhan Saab in different villages. You just give that skill to that person who is holding a broom or a mechanical cleaner. You just see how quickly she or he shifts from the work they are doing. What we are there, I mean, moment we look at a person and he's a bit rustic in speaking, we just put that profile on the side. Anybody who's working in the HR domain will agree with me. Moment you find little being rustic, so that's not his problem. That's the problem. That's not the problem. That's the regional domination of the language these people have got. And somehow we come out from Delhi, Mumbai and Bangalore, we have a different mindset of the language. So it's we can very deeply get engaged in this, and we can take on a lot of load. Especially right now we are committed for this Jal Shakti mission. Whatever numbers you visualize, we can train them with a guaranteed placement. We are rather unfortunate sector skill council where our industry partners do not employ my people because the plumbers are not employed by the industry. They need technician, polisher, molders and things like that. But there are hundreds of companies. We are into a MOU with Germany, and they are taking 10,000 plumbers in next 3 years. Look at the kind of money they are paying. They are paying 900 euros per month with accommodation and one-time meal. After 3 years, they will pay them 3,000 euros. Plumbers, and for matter, any technician is there. Engineers, I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them much because, but this is my last experience. The technicians are very well respected people. So let's put our energy together and synergize this effort. What Dr. Mahatma Phule said, sir, and just reduce this gap. Thank you very much. I don't have any presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. So just one small question with your permission. So we did studies, when I say we did demand supply studies, we did studies on water and warehouse as well. So when we looked at water, there are some of these water quality, water treatment and water testing which is coming up with new technology norms. As you know, the state as well as central government has accepted these norms. But our current curriculum, when we were looking into those courses, were not incorporated. So how much your SSC is flexible to incorporate these new things into the curriculum?
So this LGT and this we came for the IFET recently to Mumbai when this whole lot of equipment was displayed. So the problem today is that our water treatment is under the municipality. Indian system works that way. And the municipality engages an OEM from outside to install a new equipment. The OEM gives an inbuilt mechanism of a warranty of 24 months or 36 months. Please look at those plants. After 36 months, they are all shutting down because that person got transferred from Gonda to Bahraich. Now he has taken the knowledge with him and this plant is not there. This is how the system works. I mean, you can't help it. This is how the government में the posting होती रहती है. That is where we have come up now. We have engaged with Jalgaon University and we have engaged one Mr. Khatke. He is a professor who is rewriting all our qualification based on the current norms. And I'll leave this card to you also. Sure. You can read there are qualifications which we are working through. Sure. And we are also inviting the industry in case there is more and more. Like now, this is the first time we got into the salesman. This thing, sales is one. If you have a little bit of soft skills and command over your language, you can be trained to a good salesman. And you don't need a rocket technology to sell tap or pipes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Colonel Saab. You are working in the area of water, and I feel being a master's and PhD in water science technology, I can very well say that water is elixir of life, the flickering cluster model of water. So what we would try to see that how we can train people and ensure, right to life as a part of right to give a clean water also. So we will try to develop a force in which we can train people so that we can ensure a kind of quality water. So we will develop a kind of program, Rishikesh. We'll sit on this and we'll discuss in elaboration. Right?
There are universities, therefore, in Delhi, IIT Delhi has got a water department,
Yeah.
He has got a water department, Jalgaon has got it. And there in Kanpur, that we near about West Bengal, that they are deeply into all kind of the things which you are actually looking for. And then, sir, qualification is such a big sector unless there is an adaptability of that qualification by the industry, we cannot introduce to anything. So we need 30 people to put a rubber stamp on it. 10 big one, 10 medium industry and 10 small. Now why your water treatment plant is not coming up? Because there are no industries involved. It is the municipality. So finally we have reached with the paper to our NCBT people. Boss, please understand, this is the municipality which will stamp it. This is the necessity of today. Today also a guy, unmasked guy, is going in the mailroom. And out of the 100 who have gone in, 2 don't come out. Please take the national average. 2 don't come out. We had a recent death in Kanpur, I think, 4-5. Just for you.
I will work on this. We had particularly this program. Sure. It was a man gold to machine.
Yeah.
And that is under the MS Act. Just we have recently launched the Namaste program. Before Honorable CM sir just inaugurated that program, and it's an honor being the MPBCDC, the nodal agency for this for the state of Maharashtra.
So thank you so much everyone. After hearing from various it's time to hear from our CMD sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amol Shinde is a CMD of MPBCDC and MAHAPREIT. He is an Indian Corporate Law Service Officer of 2010 batch. He is also a Private Secretary to Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Prior to these, he has served as Private Secretary to Minister of State for Agriculture and at the level of Under Secretary. He holds a doctorate degree from PUSA and known as an expert on various agricultural and water management areas. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Amol Shinde.
Thank you very much. First of all, I am really thankful to all of you because on a very short notice you have come here, and I am really very happy that each one of you who gave the presentation has the same intention and intent to develop our society to the best of it. To start with, I would keep my talks very short and very precise, but I cannot ignore the contribution of the very own Mahatma Phule ji. You know, today when you were presenting, I just realized that what he said some 100 years back was completely based on skill. He said that vidye vina mati geli, mati vina gati geli, आणि ह्या गती गेल्यामुळे जेवढी अविद्या म्हणजे अविद्या असल्यामुळे जेवढं लॉस झालं. What I feel in today's context, it completely fits, because unless and until you have a skill set, you cannot stand in today's competitive world. You know, when we are in the generation that is completely moving very fast, and it's very difficult for a person, you know, there are a lot of PhD people around. Myself, I am also a PhD, but when we look at a kind of PhD, for example, myself, I am PhD in agriculture. When I go back to my village, my relatives say that you don't come in field, because we know that what is required here is a different kind of skill sets. Rather than getting a lot of knowledge, you should get a basic knowledge of agriculture so that we can give some input, output. So what I mean to say here is that unless and until we have the skill sets which are very plausible or in the line of a society, a need of society, we cannot do anything. And the role which you are playing as a sector skill council is most important role which I feel that this society needs. What you are doing is that you are empowering the people with no skill sets, with the skill sets, as James rightly said, that you are making him, to realize his own potential in a right way. Our Honorable CM, for whom I am highly indebted for his vision, he is a man of delivery. He believes in delivery. See, we do not have a kind of philosophy which will keep on repeating it for itself. What he believes is that whatever we think and whatever we deliver to the society, that only will help us to take this society forward. So, being a chief minister, PS, I am very, I learn every day something from him. So when the issue of Safai Karmachari came and when we went that we are going to do this, that, and lot of things for the Safai Karmacharis, he told no. First I want to go to their area, I want to see what problems they are in. And then we started a kind of regular visit to Safai Karmacharis in Mumbai. And he himself had a reading. And he realized that unless and until we will not give the ecosystem to the Safai Karmacharis, they will not be a part of our cleaning drive. So he on the first day itself, he told Commissioner BMC that, look, these are our real heroes and we have to give them an ecosystem. You change their houses, you give them a kind of amenities which there are in societies like a library, a training center, a skill center, a training center for beautification and all that. And then it started a kind of revolution across Mumbai. Then we went for a deep clean drive where every week our Honorable Chief Minister himself goes at 6 o'clock on every Sunday or Saturday and he himself cleans the roads along with all this Safai Karmachari. The point here is that the leadership quality of taking people along will only imbibe the spirit of transformation. So as a skill council, what I expect from you is not just imparting a skill training, but to take people along with ourselves. Like ma'am rightly pointed out that the kind of empowerment in beauty sector which they are giving, it has initiated a spirit of training others also. So that is what we expect from you. As my colleague Gedam Saab has already told about MPBCDC, that what are our objectives, what we look for and what we are targeting for. Fortunately, we had kind of leadership like Honorable CM of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde and Deputy CM like Devendra Fadnavis ji and Ajit Pawar ji, who took us along with them to Davos. This was the first time in the history that someone from Mahatma Phule Backward Development Commission as a MD and as a CMD of MAHAPREIT, we went outside the borders and then we called for investments, and to the surprise of us, we could bring in the investment of 72,000 crore rupees in the sectors of renewable energy, solar energy, hybrid energy, and also a kind of skill training. So the point here is that we have a huge potential where foreign people are believing in us. We have a kind of demographic dividend, and this demographic dividend of around 55%, we can say, a kind of youth class which is there from 18 to 55 years. They have changed now the definition of youth, United Nations. So this demographic dividends is in your hands, I say, because you are the people who are going to train them to give them that kind of empowerment so that they will fall in line and they will create something new. So at this point, your contribution to skilling of India and skilling of Maharashtra is very important. Each one of you has a different kind of skill sets. But what I also look up to you is that a kind of silo breaking. A person whom you are training as a beautician can also be trained in water management. So you need to talk in between you. You can create a kind of ecosystem in a society of Safai Karmacharis or people like Colonel Saab was telling that this manual scavengers. This word should not come there in future. It should be replaced by some expert technological expert for cleaning of all this sewage. So that kind of level of inputs which are required. And I am very, very much confident that our Honorable Chief Minister Eknath Shinde ji and both the Deputy Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis ji and Ajit Pawar ji, have supported us wholeheartedly to realizing this vision. So today we can say that we are paying a tribute to Mahatma Phule ji, that we are going to create a class of skilled manpower in terms of contributing to our Maharashtra to become a $1 trillion economy. And I look forward for inputs from each one of you. I think few of you have presented today. Again, we will have such kind of conference in short term where we will work together. And behind all the scenes, you know, there are a lot of good bureaucrats whom I really appreciate. One of them is Secretary Sumant Bhange Saab. He was there in morning in spite of his busy schedule. And apart from that, we have Chief Secretary Nitin Karir Saab, our ACS CMO Gagrani Saab, and you know, in also old CMD of MAHAPREIT, Srimali Saab. He was a pioneer in making this company big. So I thank them all on the outset, and I also thank each one of you. Next time, I would request my colleague Gedam Saab and Devkati Saab that we arrange a kind of, you know, within this month, within coming months, so that we can listen to all of them. And I also thank all my colleagues of MPBCDC and MAHAPREIT who have made this possible. Rishikesh and Prasad, who are always there to give inputs, and they have shown a new way to reach various facets of this society. And I am very confident that with today's resolution, I am not here just to give a thanks, but to make a resolve that this 2 lakh people which we are talking about, there will be a kind of a positive nuclear reaction where we could reach, you know, 2 crore of people. Like recently we had started one campaign called Shasan Apल्या Dari. It was a vision of Honorable CM that all the benefits of society should reach to the last mile, last connectivity. So we developed a kind of mechanism where within the span of 6 months we could reach 34 million, that is 3.4 crore people within the span of 6 months. In the similar way, now we have started Mahila Sashaktikarana Abhiyan, where your role is very important, where we are planning to take the benefits of all the schemes of government to around 1 crore female population and to break this glass ceiling effect and make our society more powerful. So each one of you is invited in this endeavor, and I am very confident that we will achieve our targets very soon. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all have been eagerly waiting for. I kindly request the representatives of SSCs to sign the MOUs that are kept on the tables.
I will announce the name.
And before that, if anyone has any doubt, please.
We just have this 10-minute interaction sessions if we have queries or something like that.
Sure.
And after that, we will go for the MOU session.
So we are open for questions. Anyone would like to ask anything?
Questions, I will request them that if anyone wants to contribute or share their thoughts, that is, yeah, something.
I'll just take half a minute. I think I'm Puneet Pandey. I represent the food processing sector. And I'll just pick up 2 things that you said, sir, and pick up from that. You mentioned about farmer-producer organizations, and you mentioned about self-help. Besides the government schemes, whatever we are doing as per other SSCs, our focus area is how we can empower self-help groups, and particularly women who are involved in some kind of food production activity. One way we are doing it is beyond government programs through CSR, because IPC, HUL are our major, organizations on our board. So through this CSR funding, we are running a project in UP, Uttarakhand, Haryana. 35,000 women entrepreneurs in rural areas are being given a training into FOSMET, food safety and prevention, some market linkages so that they can sell, some financial literacy, all that is being done. Besides that, we are running a project for rice fortification, because food important. Government wants. So we are empowering rural youth to become the vehicles for this training program. So there are many initiatives where we can contribute. I'll just limit myself to that and look forward to contributing and being a part of this ecosystem. Thank you.
See, the whole idea of women empowerment of self-help groups is that it's a vision of Honorable CM that why to limit a woman in just Bachat Gat? Why not to convert them in Shakti Gat? So the concept of Shakti Gat is to give them an ecosystem where they will feel so much empowered that they can do any kind of business in a complete value chain, from production to that of branding to that of marketing. For that we have taken a lot of steps in terms of increasing their revolving fund, giving them a kind of market ecosystem, training them. We are starting the trainings, so you can be a part of that training. And regarding rice fortification, I can always say that, see, if you look at the kind of expenditure which goes for malnourishment of small this thing, they just because of lack of micronutrient, there is lot of anemic and number of kind of deaths. But this rice fortification, as you really say, it should be a biofortified, so that we can really reduce this expenditure of whole India in the tunes of crores of rupees. So that concept is coming in Government of India and Government of Maharashtra also.
We have a project from Bill Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yes, yes.
We have IIT Delhi and IIT Rourkela. We have all like a resource center. So we are creating a resource center as to how this ecosystem.
If you look at one Bangalore institute called CFTRI, Center, yeah, so they have developed a technology for fortification of rice on the field, Prasad. They take the vehicle on the field itself and they blend the micronutrients and they blend the rice there and there itself while milling. So that would increase the micronutrient in rice, like boron and all those micro, and it will help us to reduce a kind of expenditure on health. It's very good kind of technology.
Sir, may I am Rajiv Garg from German Geographical Council. So, sort of an outlier from rest of the people. Our sector is mostly aspirational and particularly for women folks you talked about. But sir, apart from the precious jewelry, we also work with imitation jewelry. And actually we did one project in Jawar Taluka with tribal women in self-help groups. You were just talking about self-help groups and how can there be sort of multiple skilling which is possible. For example, somebody getting trained in beauty wellness. Now, all the imitation jewelry is basically manufactured at home by women folk. And in India, almost there are 4 million people who are working in the imitation jewelry segment. And the target group which we are talking about, and the girls there particularly, that's the perfect place for engaging such girls, students or girls who have not even gone to school, and create self-help groups if they are not there. And as you said, sir, skilling and empowering them by self-employment, creating a complete chain where they can design, they can produce, and they can supply to the market. I think that's a very major thing. And the best part is that the investment is minimal when you are doing imitation jewelry. The investment is minimal. There are people who are there in Malad, in Mumbai, who source it from all over. So I think, as you said initially, we would create a specific program for you and submit it. Also, sir, as I understood from the presentation of Apollo, I think it's not limited to only NSQF aligned courses. So if we are free to develop courses which are not NCVT approved and NSQF aligned, then there are many more possibilities, sir. I would invite you to, sir, as you said, Andheri East, whenever you can. We have set up a training center there with CSR contribution. It has a capacity of 200 seats, and we are open to take candidates from all sections. Actually, we reached out to Adani Group from Dharavi because they have some project going on there. So, and the training is free. We pay them that 2,000 rupee a month stipend, like sir was saying, that you were saying, James, that he should not drop out the next day. So we pay them 2,000 rupee a month stipend so that their daily expenses are taken care of, and assured employment in jewelry industries which are all export oriented. So there are many possibilities, sir. I will come back to you.
So if I may just add two more things, taking the cue from what you presented and your specific mention of Gharcharoli, the Naxalite area. We currently are working with a lot of Mahila jails also, in Tihar as well, in Panipat, where there are training centers being set up for jail inmates, as well as post they finish, because most of the people who are there, they will not go in for conviction. They'll be there till the trial and then they come out, but they do not have anything to handhold once they're back in the society, and nobody is ready to even pick them up to get integrated back in the society. So we've got courses both inside the jail as well as outside, if you would like us to maybe reach out to that sector also. And Gharcharoli, we are any which was covering under PM-AJAY scheme. Second thing, on the special linkages, I would like to mention here, SBI has a special loan called Shinghar loan. It's, the name in itself says Shinghar loan, which is only and only for beauty professionals. It's up till 2 lakh, either to set up a new salon or to upgrade an existing setup if they have any. So we can link them to Mahila loans, SBI stuff. So there are a lot of linkages that can be, the dots can be connected, and they can be brought back into the mainstream of society to lead a normal life and a respectable livelihood earning ability.
I forgot that we are conducting one Maharozgar Melawa in Thane on 24th and 25th.
So we are participating.
So I kindly request you all of you, specifically James, on that day I expect you to give jobs to number of people. So we will extend our invitation to you to participate in that Maharozgar Melawa.
So we've got companies from Maharashtra as well as all India presence companies, and some of our employers like an O2 Spa, which is there in all the airports, they give the boarding and lodging also to all the employees that they bring on board. Tatva Spa, they give boarding and lodging because the facilities are within 5-star hotels. So that also is taken care of in case if they have to relocate. So we are doing that.
Thank you.
Sir, myself Anand, and I represent Automotive SSC. As we have been talking about this marginal community, I would like to bring your attention to that the automotive sector is working with few of the states like West Bengal, MP and Bihar on this SC/ST community, where we are training this community students, and we are helping with and self-employment. As in self-employment, as we all know, we have the vehicles. If you go a small village also, there is a vehicle and there is a need of technicians. So there we give them a kind of a support in provide a loan facility to set up the service facility in their village itself. So it will not occur in problem of migrations also. Also we would like to share here in Bihar, we are training the women on to the driver with the municipal corporation, where they have now taken that they will do all the whatever garbage they have the vehicles, they will make it as EV vehicles, and 100% women will drive that vehicles. So under that initiatives, we are training the women in Bihar to make a self-employment themselves also. Also one thing in Bihar, MP also, for SC/ST community, we are providing the training with industry linkage. So as James sir also said that on the first day itself we have to provide them a salary. So under that initiatives also, from the day one the student went to the industry. In the industry itself he learn and earn. So under that scheme also with the MP government, we are providing the training to the SC/ST community children of 500 students. So that's we are also likely to work with the MPBCDC to contribute in this initiative. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Olive Fikar. Okay, I'll just take 2 minutes. My name is Prasad Desai. I'm the CBO for TMI Group. We are into training, skilling, and content development. I think I'm sure a lot of great work is being done by each of the sector councils. I think this is a platform where all of us are coming together, networking, right? I think what happens a lot of times is each one of us is operating in a specific sector, right? Somewhere we get siloed in terms of the thought process, in terms of the ideas that we bring to the table. I think we need more of these forums where we can actually look at cross-fertilizing some of the ideas that do come up, because sometimes in the process of having spent a lot of time within your sector, you get siloed in your approach, right? I think so. My request, Amol, to you is, if you could have similar forums on a very frequent basis, it can open up a lot of ideas. It can also open up a lot of avenues to collaborate, right? I think there's some fantastic work that we as an entity have been able to do with Anganwadi workers. I was sharing with you, Mr. Srinivas also, we've been able to impact close to 1.4 million Anganwadi workers through digital solutions, right? I'm sure we've done it with World Bank and we have done with World Health Organizations. I'm sure you would have been happy to utilize some of these skill sets that you can bring to the table. So I think we require more forums like these, where all of us can collectively come together and work out solutions which can multiply some of the work that each of the sectors council is doing. So that's my thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasad. Definitely, see, this MAHAPREIT initiative which Rishikesh has brought in and all of our team has worked, the basic intent behind this is same, that let us take everybody on the same platform. So I am looking at it in a very different way, that this is just a start. Right now we are focusing on a marginalized community to imbibe skill sets in various things. But I am very confident that this will go to a very upscaling model where rest of the Mahamandals and sectors will pick it up. And even as I said, that Mahila Sashakti, how we can extend this forum to them, because we are planning that within 6 months we should have kind of transformative change and reach around 1 crore of population. That's our main aim. And I think MAHAPREIT is one of the very beautiful platform where we can come together, we can work together, and we can develop a whole ecosystem. That one word which was used, I liked it very much, was holistic development. So that kind of development we are looking for. Yeah. And we are also open to kind of corporate social responsibility. So in coming month we are going to take one program where all of you will be also invited to be part of it, and how we can utilize this CSR for betterment of society.
We have this program lined up from around 1st of March. We will reach out to you. I think all of you guys mentioned that there are some CSR partners you are working with. So like this is a collaborative forum, that would also be a collaborative forum. So if you can get your CSR partner, because each one of them have certain focuses, certain areas they wanted to contribute. And I think that would be, again, one more good forum where we can tap fund from both corporates as well as government.
I have one question actually. One question which I want to add regarding we spoke about the farmers and all. So we have done like some events on the farmer side, like when the suicide happens and all these things, on their empowerment in terms of giving him the source of income and all these things. So in the area of Marathwada, the lot of work has done, and it's not under CSR. It is not like only has been done. The audit has been happened because a lot of work happens in CSR, but you don't know what is the outcome is. So Tata Social Institute, they have done the audit and it was successful, and we have just done the successful event also of that. Now they are coming up with the more areas in Maharashtra wherein they can give the happy farmers were there, which they were so happy they are getting 3 lakhs income and they are having own house, they are buying cars, and it is like that. So now in terms of women farmers also, they are trying to go up scale level and all, and there are some of the corporates who are ready to do that. I can take the names like Motilal Oswal and all, they are the biggest contributors, and Anand Rathi and all. So a lot of people are there, VIP Industries and all these things. So if in terms of that also, I will look forward, like, if anything can be happen, because farmers is the main area in the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. I myself from Vidarbha, so I know about it. So I would look forward with.
Anyone else from Sector Skill Council want to add, or because I know not everyone got opportunity, or okay, I think that's it.
We're good to go. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we will sign the MOU signifying the official partnership between the SSE and the MPBCDC. We will take the name, and I'll request the representatives to kindly come forward. The first one is Science and Technology Park, University of Pune. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I know some of you might have some inputs on the, because you have to send it to your internal team and your legal team, but this is a draft version. If you have any changes, we'll incorporate once we, if this, the version you will have, you can, I mean, we have shared it before the event, but short time I know, so you can always get back to us on that.
Thank you. I would like to invite the representatives of Food Industry Capacity and Skill Initiative.
Yes, sir. Vidya, sir. Ready? One more. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I would like to invite the representatives of Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council.
Ready? One more. Thank you.
Congratulations. Next, I would like to invite BFSI Sector Skill Council of India.
Yes, ready, Lucas? One more. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Next, may I invite the representatives from Rubber, Chemical and Petrochemical Skill Development Council.
Ready? Vidya? One more. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Logistics Sector Skill Council representatives.
Come closer. Yeah. Vidya? That's great. One more. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. May I now request the Automotive Skill Development Council representatives.
Yes, sir. Okay. Come closer. Vidya? One more. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Next, I would like to invite the representatives from Water Management and Plumbing Skill Council.
Yes. Yeah. Ready? Vidya? One more. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome from Gondwana University representatives. Do we have the representatives from Gondwana? Next. Next, I would like to invite the representatives from Gem and Jewelry Skill Council of India. Congratulations.
Okay, ready? Vidya? Just wait. Sir? Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite the representatives from Media and Entertainment Skill Council.
So please come. Okay, ready? Yes. One more. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite the representatives from Retailers Association Skill Council of India.
Drop off is right. Drop off is right.
Yeah, Vidya? One more. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Next, may I invite the representatives from Aerospace and Aviation sectors.
Okay, this is the last.
Yeah, ready? Yes. One more. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Next, I would like to invite the representatives from Apollo Med Skills Limited. I would like to check if anyone is left. All are done. Is there anyone whose name is not taken?
Ready? Sir, approach. Yes. One more. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, is there anyone who's left? Everything is done? Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude, I would like to express a heartfelt gratitude to all the attendees for their presence and their support. Let's look forward to this fruitful collaboration with MPBCDC and all the SSCs. With this, Anchor Mayuri Malankar signing off. Thank you so much. I'll request Mr. Devkante to present the vote of thanks.
Mahatma Phule Backward Class Development Corporation and SSC MOU signing event. Upasthit our MDs Sri शिंदे सर, डॉक्टर अमोल शिंदे सर, जो हमें हमेशा मोटिवेट करते रहते हैं हर एक सेक्टर में. अभी तो हमें वो टेक्नोलॉजी की तरफ लेके जा रहे हैं. इनका शेड्यूल इतना बिजी होकर भी इन्होंने हमें इस प्रोग्राम के लिए प्रेरणा दिया. हमने ये प्रोग्राम हमारे सहकारियों के माध्यम से खास करके ऋषिकेश और अपने रजनीकांत जी, इनका सहयोग से हमने ये प्रोग्राम एक दिन में अरेंज किया. और सभी इनोवेटिव्स जो स्किल्स सेक्टर से आए हैं सभी ऑफिसर को हमारा स्पेशल थैंक्स, जिन्होंने इतने कम समय में यहाँ पे उपस्थिति दर्शाई और हमें जो प्रेजेंटेशन दिया. और हमारा जो सेक्टर है, जो सेक्टर में हम काम करते हैं, अनुसूचित जाति के जो पिछड़ा हुआ वर्ग है, वो लोगों को रोजगार और प्रेरित करने के लिए आप सभी लोग उत्साहित है और उन्हें रोजगार देने के लिए आप यहाँ पे आए हैं. इसलिए आपका सभी का थैंक यू. यानी कि अगर आपने 75% लोगों को भी जॉब दिया तो हम समझे कि गॉड ब्लेस, हमें सबको मिल गया है. आप सभी लोग, हमारा जो अभी ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम होगा वो सक्सेसफुली हो जाए, जो समाज में अच्छी तरह से मैसेज जाए. हमारे कॉर्पोरेशन के जो सभी रीजन से आए हुए अधिकारी है, उन सबको मैं थैंक यू देना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि वो हमारे साथ तो काम करते हैं लेकिन कम समय में हमें इतना सभी चीज़ें प्रोवाइड कर देते हैं. क्योंकि बच्चों को सिलेक्ट करना, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं. सभी को थैंक यू. और जो यहाँ पे सभी लोग अभी MOU साइन हो गया है, सभी लोगों ने भोजन करके जाना है. थैंक यू.
वोट ऑफ थैंक्स प्रेजेंट करने के लिए मैं आपका धन्यवाद देता हूँ. He is an inspiring person who always likes to work more and talk less.
Very smiling.
Very smiling.
सबको खाना खाना है. खाना खाते हैं.
Yes. No. Thank you. I have a request. All SSC leaders.
Later.